I'm allowed to do a lay down.
Hello. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well, and we are live. Tonight is part 4 of the Nathan and Patrick totally obliterates the opposition. So, with me tonight, I do have Michael Kahn. How are you doing, fine sir?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. Did hot you again tonight? But I'm here.
Doing an FPD today, so I'm happy.
How was his computer running? Great?
Yeah, it looks alright.
That's
I'm
good.
not going to comment. I don't know about computers.
Shame, because I know he's been struggling a lot with the heat and everything, so it's good that he got it going. So I'm just going to say hi to everybody in chat quickly. Hey everybody, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Let's see who's there. We do have Michael Kahn, YouTube, Charlie Girl, Andres Lacosta, Hola, Charlie Girl again, yeah, Oracle, who else? Dustin Bones and Uncommon. Great to see you guys all here. Oh, and PJ Cruikshank. Unfortunately, PJ can't make it in panel tonight, but he will be missed. Okay, I don't know if all of you guys have been paying attention with the last 3 series. Obviously, we have since we're on the 4th one. I'm starting about where we ended last time. So if you haven't watched 1, 2, or 3, I suggest go start at 1 and then get back to this one. Your thoughts on this debate so far, Michael?
Well, I've watched it 4 times now. I watched it twice. I watched it first time it come out, and then I've watched it again on Nathan's. I've seen QE cover it, and now you're covering it. And you know what? The more times you watch it, them two are really dishonest.
They are, exactly. But it's amazing, the more you watch it, there's something you've missed and you get it at a different angle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but you get to the same conclusion. That's the funny thing.
But what annoys me though is, like, I think that DW's statement right off the bat were, we're looking for truth.
And it's
yeah. His behaviour and what he believes tells me he's far away from truth as you can get.
Exactly, and he literally says he doesn't want any over talking. He wants to have respect, but he's literally been doing the opposite of what his opening statement was. It's actually sad. Hey Max65, no mate, you're the man. Thank you for coming. Yeah. So before we start, I just want to say thank you to everybody. You guys rock. Thank you for all your support for this channel. It's really, really awesome to see the channel growing at such a steady space. And yeah, all the guys that just support me, you guys are really great. Please just hit that like button and share so we can get it out to a bigger audience. Yeah. So you ready, Michael?
Yeah.
Are all you guys ready? Let's do this.
But Reg,
Get to the second then.
yeah, the second was knowing what science is. So again, you're under the misapprehension, please don't get triggered in the middle of what I'm telling you. That this is an experiment. But it isn't. Now, the way we've been hoodwinked into believing that we're on a sphere is by people telling you that they've got experiments, or science, or theories. I beg your indulgence to just let me say this, thank you. So, that magic trick has been planted into you from a very early age, about 5th grade, where they taught you what the scientific method actually was, and how the method offers empiricism through the method described to you in the, whatever you want to call it, the pre-show. I.e., if A, then B, or if A, not B, alternative and null hypothesis validated by experiment. to give you an empirical outcome. Only one can be true. So therefore science, and in this case experiment, offers an empirical outcome. So when you hear the word experiment, in this case referenced incorrectly to a blink test, the audience...
Yeah, we showed the blink test to be false, and also showed he was dishonest.
Very false.
Yeah. Hey, Tent Man, good to see you. Matthew Eastman, thank you very much. Yeah, guys, we showed the blink test to be false. If you guys don't know why, do go watch part 2, and then you'll see why the blink test is actually false. I think I'm going to do an actual video on the blink test.
I've seen it a few times. Like, you'll get taking a picture when there's the big wave or something, and then claiming that's curve. You know, it's a dishonest. You can clearly see that on that blink test that camera varies in height.
Yeah, angle and height and everything, and the refraction is giving it curve where the refraction is supposed to give it no curve. It's doing opposite of what they claim. I mean, they claim on their terrestrial refraction that the globe is going more flat. It's straightening out their curve. That means it's widening the radius, but on the blink test it shows it's making it smaller.
So does that mean it's no sphere then? Because
exactly, it means refraction's making it into a sphere for them.
A sphere's drop where I'm stood. A sphere's dropping away in every direction away from my feet.
Yeah. Hey Jeff, good to see you, mate. But think about it, because remember when Jay Tolan was saying the refraction bends the light downwards, and therefore, I mean, he said it bends it upwards because of the heat, and therefore it looks like it's curving down, and everyone's like, no, he doesn't know what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. And then you got Sky Free doing demonstrations showing just that.
I was just going to mention that. Everything that Sky Free's produced shows that
the refraction...
a skyline at a distance, a refraction causes it to sink.
Exactly.
Rather than lift it up.
Exactly. Hey, Captain Caveman, good to see you, mate. Andy M, thank you for coming. Yeah, exactly. It's just that. They want the refraction to do opposite of what it's actually doing. And this blink test goes opposite of what they're claiming. So they're literally conceding that it's not Earth curve, it's just optical. And the refraction, like if now you take the black swan for instance, and that's how it's refraction, that's what we can see so far. It totally contradicts what they're showing with the blink test. It's a whole 180 difference.
This is how I know it's devil's model, because everything is in contradiction to what you see in reality. And we all know devil's the opposer, like he opposes God. So his model opposes reality.
Exactly. But yeah, they have to contradict themselves with everything. I mean, that's why literally this Josh guy here is not, his argument is not even in line with DW's argument, because that's why he says Earth's too big, we can't see the curve, but he's literally saying, oh no, we can see the curve. You understand? And they're on the same team.
Yeah, he wants to have two positions.
Exactly, they're holding two positions at exactly the same time.
But this is what happens when you're trying to defend a lie, though. Like, you go with one way and you're going to debunk another way. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly.
Students will hear empirical. That's what they've been trained from a very early age. However, an experiment is to establish the cause of a naturally occurring phenomena through systematic experimentation based on a valid hypothesis. Now this doesn't have that. There is no naturally occurring phenomena here to study. Nothing's occurring in nature. You're talking about a comparison with a varying angle from two different lens positions. That's not a naturally occurring phenomena to science. This is outside the purview of science. But understanding what science actually is the key to understanding how you've been deceived into believing that you're on a model called a sphere that was derived from flat Earth elevation angle measurements to Polaris to give you latitude. Understanding
so I shouldn't
science
trust
is
my
the key.
own eyes, Nathan. Are you telling me this?
Sorry?
Should I not trust my own eyes?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, trust your own eyes?
Should I trust my eyes?
I don't know what you mean.
It's a simple
Yes, you
question.
should trust your own eyes, which show you obviously that you can see further than you'd be able to see on a sphere.
But I disagree, because that's not what I'm seeing.
But that that is a direct contradiction, because that's what heliocentrism teaches you, not to trust your own eyes,
Exactly.
your own senses.
And he says we can't trust. He mistrusts his own eyes. But then when it comes to Black Swan, he just doesn't want to trust his own eyes. So in the Black Swan, you don't see too far. Then, according to your model. So then the radius is 250,000 miles long, as worked out by Bob, not the science guy. Thank you, Bob. He literally worked it out to be over 250,000 miles, guys, in radius, in circumference. Yeah.
What do you see?
Where?
We're looking for evidence.
No,
We're looking for
I'm
evidence.
telling you, I'm seeing things disappear bottom up. And I'm seeing that there's an issue with the understanding of how that visual effect works with the
Gotcha.
human eye.
No, there's no misunderstanding. The only ones that have misunderstanding are you globe defenders. Because we literally go and do demonstrations on flat surfaces. Hence why we just brought up Sky Free and Jay Tolan and myself and whoever and Gary Wybeng and everybody who does it. We do actual demonstrations showing it to do what we observe in reality on flat surfaces. You guys have yet to even demonstrate anything for your globe. You guys think exactly 10th man, 263,000 miles, sorry. That's hectic. But you guys haven't managed to even understand the refraction.
That puts moon on beach.
Yeah, it does. It puts the moon on the beach. The moon is closer than, than the radius. The moon is embedded in the earth, guys. Oh, man. But yeah, like I'm saying, according to them, the refraction means that it's straightening out their curve. It's making so you can see further. But when it comes to the refraction, it's actually doing the opposite. It's pulling the light up that it looks like it's curved. Very simple stuff.
I related to reality,
Okay.
right? So I'm just, the reason I'm asking this question is because this is a sticking point in the
Hey
fire
Mojo,
debate.
good to see you, mate.
is,
Hope Kelly's doing well.
Can we trust our eyes and our senses? And is it okay to employ different tools?
Okay, can we trust our eyes and our senses? Let's do this. Can you trust your eyes and your senses? DW, this is a personal question for you.
Well, can I answer that?
Yeah.
If you can't trust your eyes and your senses, how do you do life? How do you like pick things up? How do you see people? How do you interact with physical reality if you can't trust your eyes and your senses?
Yeah, exactly. No, but look, he wants to trust his eyes. So there we go. Trust your eyes with this, please. I want you to please trust your eyes with this.
Imagine boxers, like when one boxer throws a punch, another guy sees it coming and ducks it. If you can't trust his eyes and his senses, he'd have a black eye.
Yeah. Hey, was good to see you. Thank you for coming. Exactly. I mean, literally, he just said he needs to trust his own eyes. So, he says what we observe, ne? Now, what are we observing here? According to the globe model, the horizon cannot be more than 1.22 miles 1.22 miles from the observer's height in squared in feet. It's not supposed to be more than 3 miles. Not even. It's like 1.22 miles away is supposed to be the horizon on the globe.
These guys are denying that, though, aren't
Yeah. And literally on here you see the horizon way past 10 miles. So if he's claiming that we can see, we're supposed to trust our eyes, then why is he not trusting his eyes here? Is it just how can I put it? Is it just selective when you want to trust your eyes or not? Is that what's happening? Hey, was good to see you, mate. Glad you could make it. Yeah, because if you want to trust your eyes, DW, then what does this tell you? Why are you not trusting your eyes here? Another dishonest comment then from him. Statement.
It's like Craig fight the flat earth. Is that your hand? No, it's not. So if that's not your hand, how do you pick things up?
Exactly, telling me his hand is refracted in front of his face, 10 centimeters in front of his face. Then he literally gets, hey Brian BT, good to see you mate, thank you for coming. Then he literally gets even rumpus and blue marble and stuff telling him, no, it's not refracted in front of your face. But he still declares to them, no, it is. And then I go and actually show Chilean optics, showing that it's not refracted in front of your face. It's funny. I mean, I'm still waiting for his demonstration, by the way, because he said he did a demonstration for it, and that was what, 4 months ago? Yeah.
That can see farther,
It's
that
an
can...
impossible thing to produce.
Yeah, you can't produce something that's impossible. But you see, they don't understand refraction in the first place. That's why.
measure farther? Or should we only rely on our eyes and our senses only?
I don't really understand the question 100%, but I'd like to address one thing that you mentioned, and I've said it already, and I apologize for saying it again. But the fact is that when you look at an object,
That's a good one, Andy. How would you thread a needle? Hope you're getting the right hole.
It's true.
Yeah. Hey, Jess Palmer, glad you could make it, mate. And Spuddy, also good to see you, mate. Yeah.
Hand-eye coordination is a thing. You know what I mean? If you can't coordinate your hand with your eyes, then you can't do it.
Exactly. Oh, wow. I can just imagine it now. It's like trying to thread. Are you still here? I'm trying to find the refracted hole. I can see it, but it's not really there.
You must have a great job of
your arm from the bottom up, and then are able to use instrumentation to reacquire it entirely.
So we can use, okay, that's the answer.
Yes.
That's the answer. We can use instrumentation. Great.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you reacquire it using instrumentation, it is important to acknowledge that you have falsified the notion that it was disappearing over the curve of a presupposed spherical
There we
Earth.
go. Thank you,
I'd like
Patrick.
to just agree to that, because that's the kind of thing that we're going to be testing.
Uh-huh.
So you're saying that if we go and we find the right thing to
Instruments.
view, right?
Telescope's
Then
fine.
if we do a telescope or a P900 or whatever your favorite camera would be, right?
Mhm.
If we see something going over the horizon and then you can bring it back by zooming in, you're saying that's the proof, right? That would be
I
the
say-
experiment we're testing?
I'm going to repeat what I said, and then you'll tell me, because that's not what I said. I
I
said
just said something.
that falsifies the
I actually
supposition.
also wanted to say something. Go ahead.
I was going to say, so by that comment from DW, neither him nor Josh has a camera or a telescope and have done any kind of observation whatsoever.
Yeah. Let's just quickly. So you guys remember he just said so we can falsify it if we can bring a boat that's gone over the curve, zoom in and bring it back into view. Correct?
Yeah, it's been done
Okay.
countless times.
Exactly. I'm gonna go to one of my first videos on my channel. And then we're gonna see there. Because it seems that these guys really do ignore things. Because it's literally out
Don't
of
forget though, he's been watching this stuff since 2014.
I highly doubt it.
And
Highly doubt it. Okay, so this is my channel. This was like my second video that I've ever brought out. I'm scared to play the music. You never know if it's gonna get copyright strike or whatever. But anyway, there I'm
Your
just
video?
explaining. Yeah, it's my video. Okay, but the original music's not copyright though, so I can probably play it.
Your eyes work. In this first image, you can see near objects will fill more of your field of vision. It will leave the image on the back of the retina. The further away objects will fill less of your field of
Hey,
vision
Gematria,
and
good to see you,
leaves a
mate.
smaller image on the retina. Do you see how the field of vision angles change? This image of a ship is at level ground. You can see the angles of your eye in the colors. First, the red line is your level eyesight. That will stay level. Secondly, the blue line is the top eyesight view. That will change as the object you are looking at gets further away. Thirdly, the green line is the bottom view. This image would usually be the smallest and will keep getting smaller as the image vanishes into the distance. The smaller the angle, as the bottom viewpoint will vanish first as the angle will get smaller and smaller with the bottom of the ship. Thus the ship will appear to look as if the boat is going over a curve of water. That is not a curve but how your eyesight projects the ship going out of your view. You can always zoom back the ship with a strong enough lens, proving the ship is just out of your field of view and not over a curve. I will put a video showing how ships come back into view after it had gone out of your field of view.
Ah, come on, you were doing so well. There we go. Baby, run, run, baby, run, run. Baby, run, run, run away. Okay, can you see there? You can see the boat, but you couldn't see it when it was zoomed out. So let's go back where we can't see it. There we go. There's nothing. What was his claim? If you don't see it and you zoom in and you bring it back into view, you are what? Proving it didn't go over the curve, correct? So what does this video show? Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Mike Dorop, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Well, if that's not how vision works for you, then you must be an alien.
10th one shoots first link.
10th? Which link?
The video.
Oh, the video. Okay. Yeah, that's like very old video though. There we go, mate.
Best.
Sorry?
Oldens at best.
Maybe I have to download it. Oh, I think it might be the best to download it, guys. Because it just... Baby, run, run, run away.
And I know that I'm crazy, but you've got this hold on me, baby. So I'll go wherever you take me. I'll struggle until we get to the end. If you're holding me too long, or your feelings come on too strong, that's the time that you feel it.
Do you see how it's going down and up over the ocean? Do you see how the you got literally a horizon, a apparent horizon line, but he's going around the horizon, up and down. Check there. Is it showing water beyond that? No. Look, but he's still going up above it. Why? Because it's the ocean, guys. It's mirroring from the sky further out. One simple thing. One angle kills the globe. Exactly. Now we're going to get it going over a curve again when he zooms out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bottom of obstruction. Approaching vanishing point. Okay. Zoom more out. Come on. Baby, run, run, run away. There we go. Come on. Now it's just a speck on the horizon. Oh no, where's the boat gone? Has it gone over a curve? Has it gone over the curve, DW? Or any globe here? Hey Brian, yeah, flatoid, flat earth, rave. Everything in the circle of equal altitude, elevation, so flat. Exactly, it's flat, guys. The whole point is, it's literally just out of your field of view. You're not able to see it anymore because the resolution has reached its limit.
No, but it's flat because the bottom of your right angle triangle is flat.
Uh-huh.
Because radii are flat.
Exactly. Sing along.
If you're holding me too long, oh, you're feeling so.
If you can look properly, it's got mirroring still, guys. And I'm telling you, if he could have got a bigger focal length, he could have brought the whole ship back into view again. Very simple. Another video? Okay, let's go try it out.
Yeah, depends how much zoom you've got to how much you can bring back.
Yep.
I hope
There's
everyone-
also a limit to what you can. To book conspiracy.
Well, there's a limit to what you can zoom in, though. Like, you know, what I
Uh-huh.
mean? There's only so much zoom lenses you can get.
But also, if your angle gets too limited towards it, the incident angle gets too limited, you can only zoom into that maximum of that angle that's limited.
Yeah.
So,
Which is what happens with sun when it's setting, like.
Exactly.
In some cases, like not every case.
Yeah. Do hit the like button.
Is having a wonderful new year. It's actually been a
Ooh.
rocky start for me, but I can't think of any better way to usher in 2020 than with a new Flat Earth proof. This proof comes from my friend in Santa Barbara, California, who goes by the YouTube name BMLSB69.
Brilliant.
The link will be in the
BML69.
description. I don't know if he really cares if you subscribe, but I love his channel, and so I highly recommend it.
Yep.
I have shared BMLSB69's videos many times on my channel, and this is another gem.
Ooh, look at
Maybe
that.
you
It's
remember
gone out
this
of
little
view.
video from BMLSB69 when he brought his camera down to just 1 foot off of the water.
The black swan,
and filmed
guys.
these two different oil platforms. Under the globe model, the horizon, which the globe zealots allege is the physical edge of the observable ball Earth, would have a maximum distance of only 1.2 miles at an
Ow.
observation height of 1 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, you can see that the horizon is beyond the second oil platform that was 9.4 miles away.
Even beyond that, because that's 9.4. I mean, how far is that distance still? Even though with perspective compressed into it. Mic drop. No, you can't see the boat dropping below the horizon. You must be smoking something.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say define horizon, mate.
Yeah. And where's the horizon supposed to be? Remember, in the beginning, I literally showed how far he was and where the horizon's supposed to be. It was much further than said. Oops.
Unequivocally proving the globe model false. I adjusted the colors of this frame to make the apparent horizon a bit more clear. Obviously, the horizon is beyond 9.4 miles, which means that none of the platforms are being hidden by a supposed curvature bulge. If the horizon is not a measurable, physical, observable edge of a sphere with a circumference of 24,901 miles as the globe model mandates, then without question, the entire heliocentric model, outer space, NASA, ESA, SpaceX, and everything else globe and space related is deception.
Mm-hmm.
This simple, repeatable evidence begets the inescapable logical conclusion that we've been lied to on the grandest scale and that our entire educational foundation is built on lies designed to control us spiritually, mentally, financially, and physically.
Well said, Taboo Conspiracy. Exactly. Yeah, 10-mile horizon would produce a 263,000 mile radius. Bye-bye globe. Thanks, Bob. That brings me back. You just saw that one with the black swan. That's why I love BML69's latest other one that he brought with the which one was it again? I showed the new one where it's the horizon's still behind and it's still getting blocked. So it proves without a doubt it's not the horizon blocking anything. I think it was this one. I think it was this one.
Do you know what this?
No, we don't know. Sorry about that.
I can't be doing with these solved.
There we go. Look at that. The horizon is beyond the platform, but the platform is now blocked. So, globies, and it's refracted. Tell me again, what is your horizon? I thought refraction makes you see further, and your horizon is supposed to be blocking things. So why is it blocked, but the horizon is behind it? And there's refraction.
There was this video I watched. It was a while ago, and it was like it zoomed in on Earth and showed you a boat upside down on the sea. It was funny as hell. I can't remember whose video it was. It was one of the best things I've seen.
Yeah. YouTube, mic dropped. Yeah, exactly. But any glober for me, really, literally, because I've asked this a few times now. Explain this to me, please. If your horizon is said to be the physical curve blocking things, then why is this oil rig blocked, but the horizon is behind it? And much further than the 1.2 miles it's supposed to be, by the way. Do you understand that, guys? So, any globers, this is your homework. Please. If you got any answer for that, I'm still waiting. It's been a few months. Let's get back onto the video.
That it was disappearing bottom up due to going over a presupposed spherical Earth.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, that's what I meant. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Okay. So that would be the experiment we could do. That could be one of the experiments we do, and we could get one of these bad
It'd
boys.
be more appropriate to call it a demonstration.
Sure. Demonstration, whatever word you want. Right. This is the baby that I'm going to be picking up.
Experiment is very
Celestron.
specific.
Okay. Yeah. Celestron Next Gen 6SE telescope. I'm getting it because it's one of the cheaper ones actually. And I'm going to be planning on making observations
Hi,
of celestial
Des.
objects.
Hi,
but you
Rubenson.
can also
Good to see
use
you guys.
this, along with multiple cameras, and you can get different kinds of cameras just to sort of like include every possible viewing angle.
Hi, Ryan. This refraction caused by the angle of the sun. No, refraction is not caused by the angle of the sun. Refraction is caused by light traveling through a medium, two different mediums. It literally needs a partition. It needs-
Which we're already supposedly in a medium, aren't we? So,
Yeah. The angle of the sun is just the incident angle, but that doesn't cause the refraction. So I don't know where you're getting your information from, mate. Still doesn't answer what I asked though. But yeah, the Bolivia salt flats, Ruben, definitely, Robinson, it's a black swan.
That we could imagine, and then we could try to make observations like that, right?
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. That would be great fun. Another thing, and so that's the curvature stuff, and that's the only claim we got to
Thank
today.
Ben.
The heliocentric model makes a bunch more claims that are evidence-free.
Can I run one by you real quick, Patrick? And
Yeah,
Nathan, feel free to jump in, as you're going to do anyways, which is fine. Another experiment we could do is by
What you gonna do anyways? Wow, you
That's a
see,
dick though, isn't it?
he's a dick. This guy's he's an asshole. He's a
It's a
prick.
good fool, that's what he is.
He's a prick.
He is a prick.
Yeah. Exactly, Owen. Terrestrial refraction is different. Terrestrial refraction isn't refraction, by the way, guys. Terrestrial refraction doesn't account Snell's law. Terrestrial refraction literally warps the physical ground geometry to suit their needs.
bringing in the sun. Okay, so this is a personal observation that I've made many times. And my question would be, if the Earth is flat, how could we have complete darkness on one half of the planet and light on the other half of the planet if the sun would be required to move away from us as opposed to circumnavigating us or going around us, right? On the
We
so I
never
just want to
have
ask,
to start
this is the question, and then go ahead. Does the angular size of the sun change throughout the day?
Hey, Skeptic936, great to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Enjoy work. Yeah, we went through this last night with the angular size of the sun. If you guys missed it, do watch part 2. It's very simple. We've answered this, and again, it's not a planet. A planet is globe. That's why when they bring up planet, you're bringing up controlled opposition, flat Earth society. We do not live in a space vacuum on a pizza flying disc. Get your facts straight.
Read 10th match commentator.
5 grand kicks, but due to refraction, it feels like 9. That's a good one. That's a good one, man. Whew. Yes, and I've also explained it a lot on my channel for these people. But yeah, if you guys want to see it, do go and watch. Okay, let's go.
Okay, now it's very important to note that I'm not claiming any of these. I'm not making claims about this, but one can observe on a very, very clear day the sun getting smaller and smaller in deserts. Now,
Lose Patrick?
in moisture-rich
Well, yeah, we've managed to lose Patrick somehow, but your question is, why does the angular
Patrick, you
size of
back?
the
Oh,
sun
sorry.
not...
Hold on, Nathan. I just want to make sure he's back, and then feel free. Okay, Patrick, are you back? Can you hear me? I just noticed his
Looks
connection.
yeah.
he's frozen. Yeah, looks like he's frozen.
Sorry?
Blocked him straight there.
Yeah, but that's what we said last night. It's dishonest. Patrick would answer him if he was back. He literally cuts Nathan off
Yeah.
when he comes in. Not even sorry. Just I want to hear what's the name of Patrick has to say. But this is all they've had this whole debate so far. Cutting off Nathan, being rude to him. It's like
And having most feeblest understanding of globe Earth rhetoric ever.
it doesn't look like they even had any knowledge of anything. Globe Earth, flat Earth, anything actually.
No.
This guy cannot be from 2014 in the flat. I'm sorry. The arguments he gives is literally like a person that's been for a week into flat Earth.
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay, let's let him fix that. Nathan, take it away.
So you're saying, why does the apparent size of the sun not change throughout the day?
Exactly, Spuddy.
Right?
No, I was actually asking the question: does the sun change in angular size throughout the day? That was my question. And Patrick's back, so maybe Patrick finish, and then Nathan go ahead.
Let me just finish real quick. But the statement, how is it that half the Earth has total darkness? That's not actually true. There are times when the Earth has way more visibility of the sun than the globe model would ever allow. But so the notion that it has to be a ball because there's exactly half of the Earth that doesn't have any sun at all given times, it's just falsifiable. It's not true. In fact, there are some days when they say that the Earth is seeing 99% of all human beings are seeing the sun all at the same time. We look that stuff up. It's very interesting. But no, the globe model does not explain the percentage of the Earth that is looking at the sun.
Hey Moxie, good to see you, mate. Thank you for
Okay,
coming.
so then the next question is: does the angular size of the sun in the flat Earth model have to change throughout the day?
What
Because
flat
it
Earth
does
model would that
move
be?
away from us and towards us, right? It's moving on
Nathan,
the
take that.
record player, right?
What flat Earth model would that be?
Yeah,
I'm
what
trying to
flat
get
Earth
a
model?
model? That's the first thing. And secondly,
Well, there is no flat Earth model, first of all, but I'm just curious what you think about the sun. How,
You see how he just demolished his own argument?
That were a really cheap dig.
But he just demolished his own argument because he says he made a claim now, according to the flat Earth model, would it change inside? Then he just said, yeah, there is no flat Earth model. So then what is he referring to for a model if he says there's no model?
Exactly. But it was just a cheap shot though, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And he doesn't even let Nathan finish talking. He literally just started talking. Flatwood, he linked for the video showing the ship diagram you shared earlier, please. I did send it, mate. It was that one video that I showed. I don't know if it's still showing. Is it that one? I hope it's that one.
Did it sell on your clipboard? Do not copy out else.
Eye perception, yeah, it's still that one. It is that one. 10th. Face Reality, thank you very much for coming, mate. $2 super chat, really appreciate it. There's daylight, day 1. Yep. There's sunlight, day 4. Genesis 1, guys. Thank you very much for your super chat. Very true. If the people would just read the Bible, they would know this. Heliocentrists believe that the sun came before the earth, but when the Bible says it came on the fourth day, they just say, oh no, but flat earthers wrote the Bible.
Yeah.
As if that's now an excuse.
And what came before land?
Yeah, water. And God did
Water.
what? He separated the waters from the waters.
And
With
what
what?
does water do? What does water do? Find its level.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was a flat plane before Earth rose after them waters.
Face of the waters. Show me a sphere with a face, please. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the super chat, Faciality, and brilliant super chat, actually. Okay, let's carry on.
That we resolve the issue with the sun.
But when you say there is no flat Earth model, that's not true. They're all flat Earth models.
Can
All
we
of the
make
maps.
predictions on it? Do we
No.
have an actual scientific model where you can make predictions?
Scientific
And you
model.
can do those equations and have repeatable experiments? Do
scientific
you have
model?
that model in place? Do you have, any footage of the edge of the Earth? Like, this is what I mean. Like, we don't have an actual model. This is admitted by Jeranism and all the many of the flat
Jeranism.
earthers. They say, yeah, we don't have a model. We just have our counter evidence to your evidence. Do you agree
I was
with
in the
that, or do
middle of
you have a
saying something
model
opposite to
present?
that, but I got stepped all over. I'll
Yeah.
try again to contradict what you've just said. Other people say that, aren't me? All of them are
This
flat
is-
Earth
I'm asking
models.
you.
That's the second
Can I
defense.
just speak?
Cut 'em off.
Yeah,
This
All
is
of
the problem
them.
with you. This is the problem with your Dave Weisses and your Jeranisms, with all them followers. Then everybody assumes what they say is what flat earthers believe, and in 9 times out of 10, they're wrong.
exactly. Because they ascribe to pushing a certain belief because of them, doesn't mean everybody is ascribed to that belief.
But who makes them leaders of flat earth and to say what flat earthers believe?
Precisely.
I
Precisely.
mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not earth flat. I don't believe it.
Spuddy, who said Jeremiah with a crayon? Oh man, yeah. I know we don't really talk about Jaren, but would you guys want me to do a special on Jaren about the Bible? Do let me know,
Yeah, I want to be involved.
because that guy misrepresents the Bible on so many levels. I mean, it's one thing that he misrepresents flat Earth, but to misrepresent God and the Bible the way he does, it's just not right.
Yeah, and you know what? Shout out P-Brain for
Yeah, he's doing an awesome job.
doing what he does.
P-Brain is awesome, guys. Don't eat it.
Do you remember that one with Bob? Do you see it yet? Do you not see that?
Yeah. Hey, John Edwards, good to see you.
Models, including your globe model, are flat Earth models. All of them are using the latitude lines that are derived
Exactly,
by way of a
faciality.
measurement. That's an in reality measurement of Polaris on a flat plane. Those angle measurements to Polaris and the degree that it drops towards the horizon as you move away from it give you the latitude lines.
Hey, Alan,
That's
good to see you, mate.
Flat Earth elevation angle measurements to derive the concept that is used to give you your globe model. Now, models
Awesome,
are
Spuddy.
science. Science deals exclusively with phenomenon. That's things happening, flat Earth or globe Earth for that matter. That's a concrete noun, outside the purview of science. You keep appealing to this like it's science. It is not. Meanwhile, we've debunked the mathematical assertion that the horizon is at a geometric limitation to boats and buildings by showing that it isn't. Debunking the geometry. You don't need to trust anything. The maths is
Well, I
laid
don't
down
trust it.
set in
That's why we're going to do
stone.
the experiments. You didn't really debunk it. You had an answer. There's answer.
Hey, Mark, good to see you, mate. Yeah, Patrick was calm and awesome and straight to the point with the debate. Nathan Oakley was not having any fallacy posing under his nose. These two together is undefeatable. I 100% agree. They did an awesome job. These two, I don't even know why they even showed up, to be honest.
There's to your answers. We can go on forever. Let's do the experiment together and just prove it once
What
and for all.
experiment?
I'm asking about the sun, Nathan.
What's an
Does the
experiment?
sun change
Hey, what's
in
an
angular
experiment?
size throughout the day on a flat Earth or not?
The not actual size of the sun. You're asking me why does the not actual size of the sun, that's angular size,
Does the
not
sun get
change?
bigger and smaller throughout the day based on where it's located and where you're viewing it?
And that's angular size, not actual size.
That's what I said, the angular size. Yeah, does that change?
The not actual size change?
Did you just hear that? Does the angular size change? Yeah, the not actual size. The actual
Not
size
actual
doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I said. Angular size.
Oh man. Just like that one comment I got today. Oh, that's definitely gonna be in the Dofty of the year for sure.
Does the sun change in size?
In not actual size, angular size.
Does the sun appear to get smaller?
Or angular, not actual size. It's the third time I've said it.
Right, because
Yeah,
of you.
but,
So
like,
actually, yeah, it's not like we're
comment.
saying you got the sun is.
Sorry?
You should show that comment you've had today.
I should actually.
Yeah, you should.
Uh,
Well fitting, like. Can you get it? I didn't
I'm
mean
trying
get it.
to. I'm trying to. I think it was this one.
Alright.
Oh yeah. Zoom in on a star, and its angular size does not change. It usually helps if you know how to focus. What is magnification again?
No, Fat Zone, not that one.
Oh no, this was where it
But the
started
one
off.
before that is called Emilio Salgari.
Yeah, but isn't that afterwards?
No, it's before
This
that.
way.
Oh yeah, it is after. So
Yeah, because he was trying to white knight for him. Another time,
right.
you show immediately your stupidity, not taking the necessary time to consider what someone else is saying. By zooming, you increase the apparent angular size. What's the name just say? You don't. Then he says, and that just means that you have enlarged the image, not that you have changed the actual angular size. I actually laughed when I read this. It's like,
I laughed as well.
guys, this is the type of arguments we get from anti-flat earthers. This is the type of arguments we get. And then they want to know why we laugh at them all the time.
They really are, like you said earlier, they're like bots.
I'm literally wondering if half these guys are just bots.
Because
Exactly.
it's questionable whether, as fellow man, can be that stupid.
Yeah. I mean, look at it. He literally says, by zooming, you increase the apparent angular size. Great. It's called magnification. Then he says, you have not changed its actual angular size. The angular. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Happy Friday, slaves. Okay. Oh man.
But the best thing is, I bet he's got about 10 thumbs up on it.
I don't know. I haven't checked lately.
Yeah.
But this is, it's sad. This is the type of arguments we get, and I guess that's why these guys also don't get it, because it's how they argue as well. They contradict themselves without realizing it.
Growing and shrinking, like as an actual object. I'm not saying that. Rephrase it. From my perspective, viewing the sun, if I were to track it throughout the day, and obviously I would never stare directly at the sun, never do that. Let's say I got a really nice camera with a decent zoom on it, and I put a solar filter on front of that camera, and I literally just mount it on an equatorial mount that would actually track the sun throughout the day, and I let it run for, say, a few days in a row. Will I see the actual size of that sun change based on perspective? Because it would have to be moving forwards and backwards, because what's a sunset otherwise, right? This is the argument that you guys will bring if I say, I've watched the sun go below the horizon. I see it multiple times, and I've seen it come up from the horizon until it's a full sphere in the sky. So in the flat earth explanation, it would have to go away from you, right? Similar to the boats on the horizon. That's the only way it would work on a flat surface. So if that's true, then we would see an observable difference in the angular size of the sun relative to the observer.
And not
I'd
actual
like to-
size.
Nathan, I'd like to
Yeah,
answer
not
this.
actual
Well,
size.
explain it to me. No, that is what the sun does as it goes away from you. Do you know how I know?
So it gets smaller.
My
to
bad,
me.
only
To
one
me, it gets
sentence.
smaller.
Only about 2 or 3 minutes from you. One sentence from me. Maybe you call me a dick. I'll try again. In celestial navigation, you measure your position to the horizon. Now, if the sun is above the horizon, its GP location, that's the point below the sun on the ground, i.e. if the sun was above you at your zenith, can be, and often is, beyond the horizon. So when you measure your angle to the horizon and the GP location of the star, it's beyond the limitation of your view at the horizon. So when you say it's going over the horizon, you mean over the physical geometric limitation to your view at 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height feet, aka Earth curve hill getting in the way, that we debunked.
Hey INFE, good to see you. Level cameras on a ball Earth would all point towards the sky. Yeah, because you literally would not have any level. I mean, level would be a total different level. Literally standing next to me. If I stood next to me, I would have a different level on a globe, because every point from your tangent is going down from you on a globe.
And if level were curved, we'd have some seriously bad buildings.
Yeah, there would be real issues if level was curved. I mean, think about it. You would literally be sitting at a restaurant and everything would be falling off the tables because we're rolling away. It's like, pass me the salt. No, I don't need to. It's going to roll to itself. Aye.
Definitely not. Meanwhile, in celestial navigation, you can measure its position beyond the horizon after you establish the ground as level to get an angle to the sun to find out where your location is. That's called celestial navigation. It only works on a flat plane. It only works with angle measurements from Polaris, that's your latitude lines, that were measured from a flat plane. That's why all the maps are flat. So, no, the sun doesn't go
Hey,
beyond
Flat
the horizon.
Sabbath, good to
So
see you,
Nathan,
mate.
give me a straight answer. Does the size of the sun on my perspective change, and why do I see, as the sun is going over the horizon, I don't see the whole sun disappear. I see it half, like a quarter of a sun, then half a sun, then three, like it's dipping down. I'm seeing it disappear downwards, and then I'm watching the same phenomenon in the morning, right from my deck, and it's coming up, and you see the top, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more, then it's in the sky, right? That's what I'm...
You mean sort of like... how much times do I have to show this video to these people?
Do you know what you want to show?
Child's Play.
Let me get that Terry Riker video where there's that guy walking across.
Yeah,
football.
get that one as well, yeah.
I'll try and find that.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to show this one again. Because I have showed this one quite a few times, but they just don't seem to get it. That's why it's called Child's Play. For a reason. Hey, Flat Sabbath, it's great to see you, mate. There we go. So, original position, further position, it's going away. Now, like he says, it looks like it's dropping below. Now, imagine this is a mountain or a wave or something over the ocean, far enough to be limiting the angle. There we go. Moving it away. Oh, is that getting bottom-up obstruction like we see in real life? You know? Oh, wow. Look at that. It's literally going into the horizon bottom up, just like we see in real life. Thank you very much, DW. It's demonstratable on flat surfaces. Is it demonstratable on your curve, on your globe? No, because all we ever get from it, oh, it's too big or it's too small, all the time. But we don't actually get to see any demonstrations. Yet we can do demonstrations on flat surfaces. Further position, And even moving it more further away. It seems to be what? Going through down to the horizon. Now I'm going to lift the camera up so we can see the sunrise, sunset again. Then we can see the sun again. Uh-oh. It was exactly the same elevation all the time. But we got what? Different apparent angular measurements. Because it's all optical due to perspective. There we go. It's just further away. And it looked like it was going bottom up obstruction below this tin can here. Just like you would see below the sea or a mountain or whatever. Must I copy and paste it for you?
Sorry, I'm still find what I'm looking for.
No, it's fine. Child's play.
You're on the same video as I posted yesterday.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, Slip Radar, good to see you. There we go, Mark. There's the link for you. It's Child's Play. Okay. I'm going to go on so long.
Witnessing. And so if you're saying that the reason the sun is setting and rising is because it's vanishing from my field of vision.
I didn't make this claim.
Then I would see the whole thing shrink into the smallest little dot. To the, like,
Andy Clatoid, your floor is obviously curved. Yeah, the spray booth is curved. Oh, I really need a curved spray booth. Wow.
like a pinhead,
Would you?
and then it would just, I couldn't see it anymore. I would not see the shape obscured by the horizon. I wouldn't see that.
But I just showed
like a
it.
brick that disappears at 4
I'm
miles.
not talking about bricks, I'm talking about the sun.
Well, no, we're talking about things that you said get blocked by the horizon. There's a physical geometric limitation at 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height feet. That's an Earth curve hill getting in the way that the sun's going behind in this description.
No joke.
My bad, I'm just summarising his position, haven't actually refuted it yet. Of course, that's the first time.
Refute it. Why do I see that? Explain it.
I was in the middle of summarising your position to refute it, but then somebody's talked and now you're asking me to do it again. Just another interruption.
Yep.
Yeah. If the horizon was Earth curve.
Why is this guy smiling every time Nathan gets interrupted? Hey, nature boy, Ric Flair, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, I've found it.
You found it?
Yeah.
You're gonna send the link?
Timestamp's 11:13.
11:13. Where are you putting it? There we go. Element.
I mean, to me, this is undeniable, like, because we all know that a football pitch is flat, don't we?
Yep.
You know.
But by the way, guys, Terry has an awesome channel. Do go and subscribe to him. I'm gonna put the link in. Oh yeah, I remember this. Copy. There we go. There's his. Hey, Jolly Man, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. I might have to download it. Really?
11 minutes 13 if you have to download it.
Yeah, I've already got 11 minutes 13 on here. Let's see.
I'm trying to tell you,
Oh,
let
there
me
we
break
go.
it down to you this way. Here, we have a high school football field.
You know what's funny?
We have the goalie and we have the
Sorry?
Do you know what's funny?
bleachers
Uh-huh.
at the other end of this field,
I've
and we
only
have the
just heard
camera
that
on the
Emilio
ground.
Salgari's
So what I
comment on YouTube. I'm about 10 minutes behind.
Wow. Yeah, you're far behind.
Ridiculous, like.
Forward your YouTube. Take the line and pull it to the end.
Oh, yeah.
Might
I
help.
want you to picture here is that this guy
Anyway, guys, you can see it from here. Look how short that pole looks for that. What's the name? Is it literally like that?
Exactly.
No, it's not.
Is it below his kneecaps?
Okay. Every time I say, okay, I'm going to try and download it. Okay, I think I'm going to try.
shorts that we're looking at here.
Really?
Picture his shorts being the boat. Now
Oh.
watch what happens to him.
Okay. Enough struggling. Let's just do
his
it.
shorts.
I
Once
just.
he gets beyond the vanishing point, the
Okay, let's pause it then. Because it just.
Can I just address slip radar?
Yeah, go ahead.
Light from sunrise hitting mountains top down camp. Yeah, it can. It's been shown and debunked by P-Brain.
Even me. I've actually
Yeah,
demonstrated
even
it.
Flarzide, like.
Even Chris Berry's demonstrated it. I mean,
In
so
fact,
much.
even Eric DeBay's done it as well.
Yep. I mean, how much times do we have to go and demonstrate to these guys and then they just ignore it?
Yeah,
We do actual
Not some
demonstrations.
advice, start watching baller channels.
Yeah. It's very sad because it's amazing. I still haven't, sure, I haven't seen any, how can I put it? Haven't seen any demonstrations from Globers yet. 11:13. 11:15. Okay, let's go there.
anymore.
There we go. We'll just go.
Now,
for
if you still don't understand what I'm trying to tell you, let me break it down to you this way. Here, we have a high school football field. Okay, we have the goalie and we have the bleachers at the other end of this field, and we have the camera on the ground. So what I want you to picture here is that this guy's shorts that we're looking at here, picture his shorts being the boat. Now watch what happens to his shorts once he gets beyond the vanishing point, the limit of our vision.
Oops. Oops. Oh, wow. What's going on, guys? There we go. Oh, his legs have got chopped off. Oh, wow.
I mean, it don't get any simpler to understand, does it?
Exactly. It's as simple as that, guys. That's it. We have the dumb things done, Globers, to understand. Even if we dumb it down for them, they still don't understand. That's the issue.
I mean, how is his legs disappearing on the flat field?
We've explained it many times, but yeah, they don't get it.
You want to try and claim that field's curvy?
Flat Sabbath, if you guys haven't already, do subscribe to Flat Sabbath. He also has some awesome stuff. I'm going to forward this. Speed it up, because this is quite awesome stuff. Do subscribe to Flat Sabbath, guys. Look at it. It looks like it's touching the horizon, but as soon as he zooms in, look, it's like gone up. So why is it when you zoom in, it's higher than the horizon? But to zoom out, it looks like it's touching the horizon. You know why? Yeah, the diffraction limit. It's as simple as that. So as the sun gets away in the distance, it's looking like it's going over the curve, but it's not actually. That's why when you take a camera and you look at the sun over the ocean, it looks, and you just take a telescope and it gets further away, you can get it to see again. Or you change elevation, you've widened your field of view so you can see the sunset again. All football fields are curved. You know, that little bit of curve on the football field is literally just for drainage of water. It's not as much as these Globers love to say. Planet Warriors, hey mate, good to see you. Thank you for coming. The football field one is... I did copy and paste it in here. From Terry. I did. There it is. It's this one. Just go up into paste and you can see it's there. Good video, Flat Sabbath, mate.
Can I just say, my YouTube's not working properly, so I was trying to find that video from P-Brain for Slip Radar. My YouTube's just shot to pieces, so I'm just going to link him, P-Brain's channel, He'll have to look through videos, just like I did.
Yeah, he can look through it like we all do. Like normal people. Because I can guarantee you, even if you're going to give it to him, he's probably not going to watch it.
Yeah.
It would be at 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. A hill, geometric in limitations, to get in the way of the sun. We've debunked that. The horizon's not Earth curve. We can show it beyond the geometric limitations.
Words. We have to do
And there's
that
the third
experiment
interruption.
together.
We can show it beyond the geometric limitations, and further to that, you can measure the GP position of the sun beyond the horizon, where you see it, when you navigate with it. It could be up to 2,000 or 3,000 miles away from you if it's low to the horizon, based on the angular measurement off a flat plane, minus from 90 and times by 60 to give you the distance to the GP to navigate with it. Well, that distance is along a flat baseline, it's a triangle. Well, that's to the sun, already beyond the horizon in navigational terms. So when you say it goes beyond a hill, no, it's long beyond the hill when you measure its GP position on a flat plane. That's the second time I've refuted your position.
That's not a refutation. So my eyes are deceiving me?
Spuddy, yeah, they always have a little bit of slope for water drainage. But that's only usually when you get to the more professional side. But when it's just normal, ordinary club, you could say, or a Sunday league, it's just normal flat, level ground, exactly, because they don't then worry about...
Have you ever seen ball rolling into goal from halfway line?
No, if you kick a ball and it stops. It doesn't roll anywhere.
It has to be flat, because otherwise it won't be fair, would it?
Nope, exactly. And those slopes that they have in the stadiums is literally just on the edges though. Just on the edges, past the lines already, but the field itself, it's flat. Until the markings, it's flat, guys, level.
No, navigation is showing you that it's already beyond the horizon when it's several thousand miles away from you and you're using it with an angle measurement to it. Third time.
All right, so let me take a crack at this. So what I don't
What, Jolly Man?
really understand here.
Jolly Man says, Blue Marvel science proved gravity with a power drill. This must be one of his new videos. Is it true, Jolly?
That won't surprise me.
The same guy that tries to prove gas pressure without containment while bringing in 3 containers. Oh man, the same. Oh wow.
Is we started by saying there is no evidence that the
It's
curve
not a
of the
clever
Earth
fellow, Moxie, at all.
Nope.
Sorry.
is of a presupposed spherical Earth is the reason why we have a horizon. And we ended up kind of battling to a standstill with us saying, do you have evidence of such? To which you responded, okay, we're going to do an experiment to get evidence of such. And then you say to me...
Because you didn't like the experiment I showed you.
It wasn't an experiment.
And so I said, let's do it ourselves then.
Right.
Can you define an experiment for us?
Yeah.
I just...
You haven't shown anything.
I was 10 seconds into my answer.
Go on.
Okay, Spidey.
Nathan gets mad for a reason. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna try again. Right? So the fact.
Thank you, Patrick. Nathan gets mad for a reason. I 100% agree.
I agree. If you've had any dealings with trolls in your life, you know exactly why Nathan gets mad.
Mm-hmm. But also, he's literally just asking them, define science, because I love bringing out. Hey, Missing Research, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Guys, also, Missing Research, dude, stick your link in the description so that people can subscribe to you. He's
Missing Research, wow, what a channel.
And
he's only got a few hundred subs, so everybody sub him because he deserves more.
And he does a lot of demonstrations for you guys. So definitely go and subscribe to him. He's like the South African version of Skyfree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely well worth it, dude.
No, ain't got enough subs anyway, so subscribe.
Definitely, guys, please do. So put your link in Missing Research so they can subscribe to you, mate. Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
The fact is that we said repeatedly that we can show that the Earth is not a ball because the horizon can be shown not to be Earth curve, because we're able to reacquire objects that were previously thought to be beyond the horizon, blocked by a physical barrier, not simply too small to see because of perspective, blocked by the physical curvature of the Earth. This is the claim of the Globers, okay? Now, you then come back to me and say, well, we're going to find some other experiment. That's fine, whatever. But the fact is that I have already shown you why it is possible to show that the curvature of the Earth is not the reason for the horizon and that such curvature cannot be shown to exist. And then, in response, you've come to me and you've said, okay, so we're going to go over to your model that I don't claim, and we're going to say, I want you to explain to me why the sun does this. And you can come up with a laundry list of observable phenomena that you think are explained by the globe model, which we have effectively just debunked. But just because it makes predictions in your mind does not mean that it is true. That is the reality that we are standing on. That is called an affirming the consequent fallacy.
Great, concise way of putting it, Patrick. Exactly. It's just circle reasoning, affirming the consequent. That's why they think science is correlation and not causation. They don't get this. Science is not correlation because then it's not science, then it's not empirical.
But that's what we get taught in it, though.
That's why when I said to you, okay, I'm going to correlate that I believe the sun comes up whenever I stand in front of my window in the morning. So every time I stand in my window in the morning, the sun comes up. So therefore, I'm the cause for the sun coming up in the morning. That's correlation based. Is it true? Is that the reason why the sun comes up in the morning? No, it's not. It's the same. That's why you have causation and you have correlation. Science is not correlation based, it's causation based.
And the best thing about
is a globe.
Yeah?
I was just going to say, the best thing about it, for sun to be coming up on a globe Earth model, we have to be rotating, and there's no science for that.
There's nothing at all. But remember, the whole globe model is just based on faith. Everything they preach to you is based on faith with the globe model. Because if you have to ask them, please just demonstrate your faith, they can't. It's always, oh, it's too big, or it's too small, or it's too difficult, or there's just too much of this, or there's always an excuse. They can't just demonstrate it. But you can get literally thousands of demonstrations from flat earthers doing what we're observing in reality on flat earth. Literally. It's sad.
This debate's over as far as I'm concerned.
It's been over when
I don't deal with trolls anymore. I'm done with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we would see the sun go down under the horizon. The sun seems to go down under the horizon, therefore the Earth is a globe, affirming the consequent fallacy. If A, then B, B, therefore A. It's a fallacy. You can get ChatGPT to admit to it over and over again. So when you ask me to explain to you why the sun appears to do what it does, it's just not part of my burden. We've already shown that the horizon is not Earth curve. Therefore, the Earth is not a ball of 3959 miles in radius. I'm done.
Thank you.
Okay, can I respond real quick?
Check
And
out
then Josh, I'd like you
Kevin's
to chime in on this.
No problem. Just
Sorry?
I said, you said, what's he looking at? I says, he's checking Kevin's arm out.
Yeah, Mark, but that's the problem as well. Josh literally threw away the physical curve when saying it's flat for hundreds of kilometers away. You can't see it. And DW saying, oh, you're supposed to see it. You should trust your eyes. And then we show the black swan, which shows, okay, it's much more further than what it's said to be. So if you trust your eyes, then you shouldn't be claiming curve.
It's almost like two complete strangers have got together for a debate.
Yeah, and they don't know each other, don't know the arguments, nothing.
Yeah. So if I'm looking at your model, there has to be certain things that happen if that model is to be true.
What
and
model?
the whole point of looking at it is to say, I see a contradiction with what you're saying over here. So we got most of this debate was taken up with the curvature thing, which is great. I'm glad. And everybody can figure it out, and we should do those experiments without watching video.
Hey, Timothy, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. It sounds like this guy's trying to make excuses instead of just answering what Nathan asked him like 5 minutes ago, actually. What? Did I change the... Oh, I didn't even realize I changed it. Sorry, guys. Putting it
Yes,
back.
I agree, right? But if I say, all right, how do you answer this contradiction? I want to know, because if that is if the phenomena of the sun isn't explained, then that's a problem for flat Earth. And I want to know, how do you get around that, and what's the evidence that you have to refute that?
So what claim have we made about the sun exactly for us
Yeah.
defending?
I made the claim. I asked the question. I said, okay, because actually, this is a really good, we didn't actually get your claim. How close is the sun, and how does it operate on a flat Earth?
He doesn't even know what to ask.
He doesn't. But you see how he's trying. This is also what I said last night. They want to try and get us to do claims so the burden of proof lies onto us. Instead of just owning up that they got a burden of proof because of their claims and just presenting the evidence, they're trying to shift the burden of proof onto the flat earthers by saying, so you must make a claim now so you can have burden of proof. That is just not right. That's not how it works. If you make a claim, the globe does, how far the sun is, what it is, everything, the size of it, the claim is on you, DW. Not now to say, okay, flat earther, you should make a claim on what it is because we need you to replace it for us if it's not what we believe. We don't need to replace your model for you. If you make a claim and it's your positive claim, it's your burden of proof. Just because you can't present evidence and actually prove your belief for your burden of proof, your claim, does not mean we have to now put a burden of proof onto us.
You can't acquire that information because if you're using the sun to navigate with, as it moves towards the horizon, you're measuring an angle and then calculating the distance to the GP beyond the horizon that isn't Earth curve that we've debunked, then that would infer, if you're using the triangle to get the height, that it's moving lower to the ground as it reaches the horizon. Well, obviously that's not the case. The sun isn't getting closer to the ground. You can derive its GP position to navigate with it, but it's not getting closer to the ground, so we don't have a height claim. I don't make a height claim. Meanwhile, Kepler's third law of interplanetary motion would suggest that you have orbits, and those orbits can be used to give you scaling values for a sphere Earth in a sky vacuum with gas not expanding into it, and the sun being at a 93 million mile distance because a guy called Christian Huygens superimposed the R value we debunked, measured by Al-Biruni at a geometric limitation at 1.2 times the square root of the surface height in feet, onto Venus. So Christian Huygens assumes that Venus has the same R value because obviously it's a rock in a sky vacuum in an orbital motion that Kepler assumed. And therefore you can give your scaling values to your R assumptions to give you your distance and size of the sun, all of which we can debunk. So we don't have a size and distance claim for the sun, you do. This is a burden of proof reversal fallacy.
Just
You're
like
the
I
one with
thought.
the positive
Yep.
claim of size and distance for the sun, and asking me why it does a not actual size change as it moves through its not actual position in a refracted, non-geometric Earth curve world is irrelevant because I don't have a claim about it. You have one about a distance and size to your sun in a heliocentric model. But given that I've just told you about all the assumptions of an R value imposed by Christian Huygens on Venus with an application of Kepler's third law, how do you justify your distance to your sun?
Exactly what I just said. Just a burden of reversal. That's all. Well said, Nathan. Well said. Yes, buddy. Rather than debunking Nathan's claim of stellation navigation, they skipped straight past it. But that's all they've been doing all night. With every argument, they've just skipped straight past it.
I'm just talking about observation, man. That's what I want to know. How does it work on a flat Earth? If the Earth is flat, and I disagree with Patrick's assumption that there's somehow not the phenomena of half the Earth being lit and half the Earth not. I've got friends that live in Australia. We could experiment all the time and go put cameras out our windows and observe how pitch black that it gets in one area without any kind of faint light going on that you would expect if the sun is going away. You have pitch black and you have full daylight on the other side. right? So if the flat Earth model is to actually work, the
What model?
contradiction I'm pointing
What
out
model?
is
We've literally been saying what model.
So if you go on time and day, and it shows you what parts of Earth are in darkness and in light, it's not a perfect cut-off line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
exactly.
that is globetrotting.
Yeah. But I love how I keep on trying to push model onto Nathan and them. Even though the whole time they're literally saying what model.
Is an anti-flat earther, like, he's not as it's pretending to be somebody he's not.
Yes, yeah, missing research. Well said, Flatswood, I agree. Even though I'm not an official flat earther, I'm on the fence, but I love the topic and must admit, if it wasn't for what you guys are doing, I would never have doubted the globe. I'm glad you're enjoying it, missing research. Hey, Space Miner, thank you for coming. Yeah, missing research, well, for a long time, I wasn't labeled as a flat earther. I mean, like I said, I believe we live on a stationary horizontal plane with topography, obviously. But to be labelled a flat earther, I just accepted it these days because it's nice, just because it pisses all the anti-flat earthers off. So it's good to be labelled as a flat earther these days, because the reason I didn't want to be
call myself a flat earther.
yeah, the reason I didn't want to be labelled as a flat earther was because of the Flat Earth Society, because they are controlled opposition. You understand? But the longer you get into it, you just don't care about it anymore. It's just, they can label me as a flat earther. So I'm now more than happy to be called a flat earther. But I'm telling you straight, we do not live on a globe. Out of experience and demonstration and research, it's impossible to be living on a globe. And
It's a bit like, and this might trigger some people, it's a bit like Mandela effect.
oh,
Someone's
you said the dreaded
Someone's
word.
going after this world, but it's a bad name that it's called.
Yeah. Hey, into the break, good to see you. Yeah, you said the dreaded word, Mandela effect.
Yeah. People hate it, like, but end of the day, something's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, but but it's good. You see, now, like missing research, that's now honesty. You understand? He's literally going out, he's doing demonstrations, he's researching everything, and he's trying to work out the reasons for why we see what we see.
True, but what I would say, surely, from what he's observing, he's got to know it's not a globe.
Oh, you just literally said that. He's doubting the
yes,
globe.
But, like, if you're not on a globe, what are you on?
Yeah.
We just call it flat Earth because it's opposite.
It's the
globe.
antithesis. Yeah, the flat earth is the antithesis.
You know what I mean? It's like, just jump off that fence and switch it out.
Mm-hmm. But that's why I said, when how can I put it? That's why when you get these globers say, oh, but you guys always just talk about the globe and debunk the globe, da da da. Yeah, but that's the whole thing. That's the whole point. You automatically talk about flat Earth when you talk about the globe and debunk it, because it's the antithesis of the globe. It's as simple as that. If it's not a globe, it's flat. Yeah, Eleanor Shan, I'm a proud flat earther, exactly. So yeah, at best for the globe, I would say it is geocentric, but with what I'm doing, I would say there is a lot of hidden from us, and it's easy to hide, to see that far, or shall I say close, we can see. Yes, exactly. I 100% agree with you, missing research. 100%. Again, guys, do subscribe to him. His link is top below. He's doing awesome demonstrations. Definitely well worth it.
that the sun would have to change angular size throughout the day, and what we observe, what I have observed, it doesn't change angular size, not even one little bit. And anytime we see change in the size, we can...
Yeah, I'm missing research. You got my email address, right? Maybe you should organize a time together. We can do a stream. It would be awesome if you can come on and show some more demonstrations and chat a bit again. You can maybe get Travis on again if you really want to. So yeah, it'd be great. Faciality for another $2 super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Really, really appreciate the support. From God's vantage point above, Earth is flat 100%. Yep. He sits and watches us as if grasshoppers. 100%. Thank you for the super chat, Face Reality. The Bible definitely is a flat Earth book.
But it matches reality.
Mm-hmm. Thanky. Okay. My wife is spoiling me lucky these days.
She's what?
Spoiling me.
Ah,
Coffee and banana bread. And,
I'm gonna have to get me a new bed.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, let's carry on.
Ascribe that to glare and the way light operates with the human eye and everything else. But if you
Okay.
take those solar filter camera lenses
I got all
and
this.
you track it, and
got
you
it
track
the
it for
second time.
days
I
and
got it the
days,
first time.
It wa- oh,
I
you're
got it the first time.
I'm just about,
I'm
I'm
not
just about
deaf.
finished. I'm just about finished. I'm just about finished.
Let him finish what repeating it. I heard it the first.
Josh is counting. Did you guys see that? This Josh guy, he's
What they
actually
don't
interrupting.
realise- Yeah, but what they don't realise, Flatzide, is that we've heard these claims a 1,000 times over. You know, they're not fetching out any different from 2015.
Yeah, but also he's repeating himself over and over. He's repeating himself repetitively. And Nathan's just saying, yes, you've heard it the first time. You don't have to repeat it. And this guy is also interrupting now. 1, 2, 3. Instead of just saying, yeah, you've repeated it, he's now literally going and interrupting Nathan. You understand? So he's against Nathan interrupting just to say, listen here, we've heard it, by interrupting him the whole time. Hey Johnny Z, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you
But
could make
I
it.
think that DW thinks he's posing a question to somebody who's never heard these questions before. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you don't need to hear it time and time and time again, do you?
Nope. Exactly, Alan. If there was curve, you would see it from left to right. We never do.
First time.
5.
See.
6 times you interrupted.
Doesn't matter what I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay, go ahead and finish.
Shut up.
Second time I've
I'll
heard it.
finish, and then
I
you
heard it
can
the
go.
first time.
So, I'm gonna mute him.
Right, but we are talking to an audience as well.
Yeah, we're not.
So
exactly.
we're
So
trying.
I'm going to get muted because I've already addressed it, and he's rinsed and repeated and gone through the motions of saying the exact same thing again. And because he doesn't like me giving the same objection to the same repetition of the same thing, I get muted. So when I asked why I have my own show, or my own audience that can hear me speaking because I'm not in control of my own show, yeah, I can still talk to you as an audience and say, what a wanker. You don't like me objecting to you repeating the same thing I've already overcome? You haven't acknowledged my refutation of it. Just going to be completely ignored. Yeah, that's all right. Stick me on mute. That's why I've got my own show. So I don't get muted by a host when I object to hearing the same thing repeated without a single acknowledgement of my refutation of it.
Would change angular size throughout the day to the observer if it was a close sun going over a flat earth. It would, if it doesn't.
I love how he's making claims for flat earth again. So he's saying, if it was a flat earth, this is what should happen. So again, the burden lies on him. So, DW once again, go and back up your claim of what should happen on a flat earth and show us. How's that sound? Oh wait, we've already shown it on demonstration observation. Whoopsie. Audio Oracle from London. Great to have you back, mate. Thank you for coming in again. It's good to see you. Yes, Face Reality. Curve doesn't just have just a sphere. Many different shapes have curve. That's also true.
Can I just say, I am London, I'm in South Yorkshire.
Wow, that's awesome. Scientism equals 666 in gematria. Wow. Yeah, and heliocentrism is just scientism, guys. That's why every single thing of theirs comes to 666. Do you think it's a coincidence? I think not.
That's a problem, and I want to know why.
So when it does change angular size, you've already said.
Alan, goals have nice curves. Yeah, God definitely knew what he was doing when he created Eve, for sure. What? Okay.
That it's because of other factors, right? So it's an automatically falsified observation if you do observe a change in angular size.
That's not what I said. Can I correct that? I'm asking you, that is if we're looking at the naked eye, which you should actually not do, but because of the effect of the sun on the eyeball. But I'm talking about looking at it through a camera, zoomed in for 3 days in a row, tracking it with an equatorial mount, which we're going to get to, which is a major problem for
With
flat
solar
Earth.
filters.
Solar filters, keeping it zip.
Yeah, Audio Oracle, do stick your link in for your channel as well. Face Reality as well, mate. Stick your link for the channel so people can press on it and they can subscribe. Definitely well worth it, guys. Because most of the people that come in here have brilliant channels, by the way, but they don't. It's very difficult to push a flat Earth channel because it doesn't get the exposure as the anti-flat Earth channels do. So we help each other definitely, and like I said, they do have great channels. Do go and subscribe and put your links in. Yeah, Flat Earth Warriors, put your link in as well for everybody so they can go and subscribe. 102 votes so far, guys, and it's sitting at 55 to 45%. So a lot of people have just faith. 45% of the people just have faith that these guys are doing good, even though they have to be blind and deaf because they have not presented anything other than fallacies and reversing the burden of proof. That's about it.
Tuned, following it and tracking it doesn't change a bit. So we can eliminate the issue with glare and perspective and human eye limitations and all of that because we have a device that can actually show that it does not change in angular size.
That's false because I've seen people with solar filters showing a change in angular size. By the way, on your globe model, it also changes angular size. Yeah. Shows you how much these guys actually know.
That is a major problem for the flat Earth model.
They've
No,
just
it's
addressed
not.
this multiple times.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Not actual size. Who gives a crap?
Yep.
Meanwhile, his audience can't hear a single word I'm saying.
Can I just speak?
Yeah.
Isn't it a problem for globe model?
Yep. You see, the thing is, parallax.
Twisting it round onto flat earth like saying it's a problem. No. The reason that there is flat earthers is there's many problems for globe model.
Yeah, Johnny said there is actually. His name is Cosmic Surfer. He stays in Cape Town. He's a flat earther. The missing research. He's not actually. He's a globe skeptic, but he also stays in Cape Town. So yeah, and there's actually quite a few others as well there. You'll be surprised. Yeah, Platoid, they need the angular size to change so that makes sure they know that. Yeah, Globus, even on your parallax of the sun at 93 million miles away, you would still at least see about a 2% change in angular size, you know? And we do actually see a little size change when you have a solar filter on, which is about 1 to 2%. Now, when we have it on a flat Earth, just because it's not claimed to be 93 million miles away, you know, more local, because we see divergent sun rays in reality, not parallel, we still do see a little bit of angular size change because of parallax. You cannot actually go and how can I say, test your parallax so much out in such a far distance because you're very limited to what you can observe in reality. Like a mountain that's 100 kilometers away, how much is it going to change in angular size moving, let's say, 100 kilometers away further from that mountain? And that's a mountain that's only 100 k's away from you. Just maybe take that into account. Yeah, guys, this face realities thing, I'm also going to pin it now. Replace pin message. Do go and subscribe to Face Reality. He's also got some awesome videos. He's got awesome editing skills.
You're not
The
my
fact
guru,
is-
Patrick. I love you, man, but you're not a
All right,
guru.
all right, but just think about what you're requiring right now, okay? We have already gotten to the point where you are completely stymied when it comes to showing that there's curvature of any kind. As visual.
Well, I think we disagree.
No,
I
you
think
gotta throw the
there's a disagree to
experiment
disagree.
Yeah, that's going.
Disagree.
He's trying so hard. He's trying so hard just to be nice. But you can see, literally, actually, just want to tell him, you guys are dumb. I mean, literally, that's what's going through these guys' heads right now. These two morons don't actually understand the thing that's going on. Literally being dishonest, and they just, I don't know, outright denying everything that's coming out.
to disagree when it's 2-on-1 and the other guests can't be heard and interject in any way.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, have the tests been done?
Yeah,
They've
have you
been
done the
through
test,
years.
Patrick?
By people
have you
that
done the
don't know
test?
what they're doing, Patrick. By people
Patrick,
that
have you?
Meanwhile, we're going to filibuster and talk through everything Patrick says with the other guest on mute.
Uh-huh.
Not done the test
Okay,
myself.
so how about this? Is
We're watching
information
YouTube,
warfare a thing that's happening these days?
Yes.
So how do we know that what you're
We'll do
seeing
the
and what
test
you're seeing on the
ourselves.
videos?
See, I want a
that's all
concession
we're
though
saying.
that when we do show, because I'm gonna have to demonstrate the actual math to you, because when we
And
came
I
into
would
this.
love that, by the
You
way.
got 4.5
Alright,
seconds
very well.
before we got interrupted.
But here's the other thing.
There
When
we
you
go.
do see
Audio
angular
Oracle's,
size change in the sun, which you
channel,
can
guys, do
observe
subscribe.
under a bunch of instances where the sky is where the air is very, very dry, will you agree that it is much more consistent with a moving, more local sun than with a stationary, ultragiant, very distant sun? Would you agree? Would you agree that a change in angular size of the sun under the right air conditions, because moisture in the air will cause lensing, will cause magnification, but a dry air example of the sun plainly getting smaller as it moves out of sight, wouldn't you agree that's much more consistent with a small and local sun?
Hey, Thomas
Okay.
Larson, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Yeah, Josh is an utter clown, Johnny. Definitely.
Thank you for, so that's being postulated by Flat Earth, right? That's the
I
theory?
asked you a question.
Yes, okay, yes. If you can show me that it changes angular size, then that's a point for your side, because
We showed it last night. If you guys haven't already watched part 2, we showed a change in angular size. So, yeah. And like I said, even their globe has to change angular size. These guys just don't know their own model.
Did not falsify the notion that it's 93 million miles away and stationary.
Yep.
well, yeah, because if it's actually changing in size,
It's
then,
apparent size.
There's probably more questions that have.
There it goes again. Actually changing
It's
in
not
size.
changing.
When we're talking about angular size.
Oh.
Meanwhile, I'm muted, can't object, not allowed to interject into this conversation anymore. Talking about actual size changes when it's not actual size, angular.
The sun does not change in angular size.
Awesome face reality. Definitely can't wait for your videos. Your videos are really, really great stuff. So it's gonna be great to see what you
Yeah, I
have
love
planned.
different
Yeah.
videos, like, and I think Face Reality had to get in touch with Eli and Chocolate.
Yeah, definitely. I think you guys can make an awesome collaboration together. Eli and Chocolate and Face Reality together can make a great video. Definitely.
So that's another experiment that we could do at the Badlands Media Conference. Okay, Nathan.
Now we
Not
have.
actual size
You're
change.
still muted, Nathan.
Fourth time.
There we go.
Change in angular size, change in
Not
apparent
actual.
size.
Not actual size.
Not actual.
Right.
Perspective.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying the sun itself shrinks and expands and changes and turns into gummy bears. I'm saying, from my perspective, I should see the sun vanishing and moving in and becoming big. It would be the same with the moon. It would be the same with a lot of things, right? So we got to test
we do
that.
see
and one
this
way
a
to
lot.
test it is to get a high-level zoom camera, high-quality zoom camera.
Michael, you still here?
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, you like taking photos of the moon and stuff, correct?
yeah.
You usually see, because you understand the moon doesn't need a solar filter. Do we see a change, apparent size when it rises and sets?
I've got a moon filter as well from the telescope, and it's not really change size of it.
That much, yeah. But I mean, you've seen sometimes when it's closer to the horizon that it's larger even, because of atmospheric effects.
You can with your own eyes.
Yeah.
No amount of filter is gonna make when you see, like, I can see moon rising at the top of my street every now and again, and it looks massive, like it's bigger than houses.
Exactly.
No amount of filter is gonna make that look smaller.
Exactly. That's the whole
But
point.
what I will say is, when I've had my telescope on it when it's looked that big, I still can't see it any different.
Yep. So it's actually weird. So it actually goes against what this guy's saying then.
Yeah.
Because he says the moon and the sun. Yeah.
With a solar filter mounted on an equatorial mount
Why an equatorial
And then
mount?
that way we can track it over a period of days and then see if the sun itself actually changes in angular size.
Because he's been listening to Red Rhetoric.
Probably, yeah.
It brings him up. You know, I think he's an anti-flat earther, to be honest. And
yeah.
he spent a lot of time listening to Red Rhetoric and other idiots or whatever, like. That's why it brings him up.
Slip Radar says it doesn't change in size. I've got pics. Okay, just because your pics,
It don't change in size. It changes in apparent size.
Exactly.
It looks bigger than it is.
But Slip Radar is literally, so let's just say someone takes 100 photos of something.
That comment.
Let's say someone takes 100 pictures of something and they just show 50 of them where it doesn't change size. Does this mean it does not change size?
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. Go back to what I was saying the other night when you put a football on top of a wooden post. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Take a picture on it. Walk back 10 metres with your camera on its stand. Walk back 10 metres, take a picture. Walk back another 10 metres, take a picture. Keep doing that, and you'll tell me whether that ball looks the same size in all them photos.
Exactly. Hey, Miss.
Don't mean size of balls change.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. Yeah, missing research. It's definitely not going to discredit you because no one actually knows what the moon is. I mean, that's why a lot of people even thought it's just a hologram or plasma, like a plasmoid or whatever. So it's definitely.
I want to speak to that as well. Man is being tricked into thinking that man can know everything, and man can't.
Yeah, definitely. You cannot know everything. Did you watch Chuck's latest video today?
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah, very good.
Actually changes in not
Chuck's a wise man with shit,
Chuck is awesome. Shout out to Chuck.
actual size. My God.
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
no worries. Let's just move on. It doesn't matter. Five
Do you
times
know
is
what I mean?
enough.
Does the
I'll
people
just
in
get
chat
muted
know what I
again if I
mean?
try and refute this, or
Josh, do you know?
Every time Nathan talks, these guys talk over him. Literally. Nathan's busy with an argument. He talks over me and he's talking to Josh now while Nathan's busy in a statement.
Second attempt to refute
I
it's
know
now getting
exactly
currently
what you mean.
talked
It's not
through.
about-
Okay,
Even though
nice.
it points down not
Can we
actual
hear-
size isn't
This is a
actual
very
size
simple
change.
observation that we can
Obviously,
make.
I'm going to get completely rumpus and talk through.
Yes,
Okay.
you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah, every time I've talked.
And he's proud of it. They're both smiling at it again.
Why have a guest on if you're not going to let him talk?
Yeah, I mean, why are you proud to being a rude dick?
I mean, you asked me to come on with you, and you tell me to shut up all the time.
No.
There you go.
I mean, that's not how it works. But, I mean, really. And he's looking like he's proud of it. That's what I said from the beginning. These two planned to be this way with him. They literally planned to be this way with him. But Nathan held his own so well. He kept his composure. Brilliant. Look at Patrick's face. It's like, what the hell?
So why would I expect anything
Oh,
different?
yeah.
This is me angry.
But do you-
This is me
Yeah,
being angry,
okay.
right?
No. You're just annoying, and that's just the fact.
Winning.
Just
So-
annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying for people.
Yeah, annoying because he keeps demolishing your argument before you even start. As soon as he says two words, you start interrupting him and then saying it's annoying. That, you know what that's called? That's called admitting defeat. That's called you conceding that you actually got nothing. Wow.
You think they're really
Winning
confident
life,
about Earth being a globe?
Keep telling yourself that, buddy. Josh, how about you give a shot on this? What do you think about
And again, back to Josh. Nathan's literally still busy with his statement.
this?
I'm not allowed to give it a shot? Oh, right, I was just on mute for 5 minutes.
Well,
Okay,
actually,
Josh.
I just wanted to say, I'll go ahead and concede to Nathan if he wants to go ahead and
Okay,
give it.
excellent.
I thought Nathan
Excellent.
The missing I captured amazing moonset going into the inferior mirage and started it started bulging out to the left and right. It was fantastic. Oh wow, I'm sure it was awesome. Because it does sort of look like it has some mirage effects to it. I also have a video.
What about that one I caught, Monkey Moon? Where
Yeah, it was
literally
awesome.
like there's a monkey going, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Exactly. Hey, Charlie Gold, good to see you back. Thank you for coming back. Glad you could make it.
Already answered it 5 times, as
Excellent.
you said.
So the equatorial mount, where does the concept of the equator come from? Do you know?
Oh.
Go ahead and tell us.
It's your claim. You were talking about how wonderful the equatorial mount is for a flat
I'm
Earth. It's
talking about
terrible.
how the equatorial mount has a problem because it would have to rotate on 2 different axes in order for it to work, but it doesn't do that. And we're going to get to it, and I'll put the argument up for people to look for themselves.
He's probably going to show Slice Volcano.
Yeah.
You guys
But
might want to
let's
stay.
not move it too much, because we're going to do a video
Yeah,
about it.
guys, stay tuned because Michael and myself is going to do a video on the equatorial mount, and we're just going to show these guys that it's actually debunking the globe. Yeah. But it's you see, that's the problem, because they just take people like the moron Slice Volcano and Reds and all these guys and think because they make declarations of it, therefore globe. But yeah, we've just figured out this whole debate. They're not smart enough to actually know anything, so they're just going to accept it blindly. And that's why they're globe defenders. To be honest, I would be embarrassed if you guys were called flat earthers. Literally.
Yeah.
There's some people that you don't actually want to be associated as flat earthers, and these are definitely 2 of them.
Have you heard our rhetoric talks to people?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's demeaning, narcissistic.
Yeah, belittling, nasty. You know, if I saw him in life and he stood spoke to me like
Why
that.
do you think he doesn't show people his real face, his real identity? Because he's actually some little thin nerd that lives in his mom, that used to live in his mom's basement, and he's a plumber.
Is he a plumber?
Yeah. So and he frauds people out of money. But yeah, he's an ace guy.
Craig, Fight the Flat Earth, fell out with him, didn't it?
Remember that time when he had the fraud with what's the name? What's that other guy? Not Sean Hawkins, was the other Sean guy, I think. Anyway, where he was, he did a GoFund trying to get money for him so he could move, and they ended up, that was like $10,000 or something, and it was all at the end found out to be a fraud. Not just that, he also conned a woman into lying about having cancer, and he did funds for that as well. So she actually went and she actually gave a whole interview about it, confessing. So yeah, guys, Red's rhetoric is a scumbag.
That's why he went away, and all of a sudden he's popped back up like as it.
Yeah, but he's not really popped back that much, because he's now.
No, it thinks like everybody's forgot or something. Like
Yeah, he thinks everyone's just gonna forget about it. But that's the thing, you get guys like this that don't actually know anything and they just accept it. So that literally proves he's never been in here since 2014. Or he knows about it, but he chooses to ignore it, and that makes him as dishonest as the guy doing it.
It's like going to a murderer or something for is my evidence what reality is, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hey Mikey Smith, good to see you. Yeah, it's sad. But that's why I just said, it shows you the honesty level of these guys if they can bring up people that are shown to be frauds and stuff, that literally showed to be deceptive in their stuff, like that blink test we brought up. They brought up.
Why are they bringing other people up anyway? Like, if you're going into a debate, shouldn't you have your own evidence?
Exactly. Do you think these guys even own a camera?
No.
If they do, or if they do you think they even know how to use it, or have they ever used it?
No.
Yeah. Thank you.
You to answer about the sun. Let's go with the sun. What do you say to that?
Well, I thought we covered it. Why does the not actual size of the sun not change in not actual size as it moves from its not actual position throughout the day?
Actual size.
And my dad, I was
That's
in the
not
middle
what
of
I meant.
summarising your
I didn't mean
position.
actual size.
Obviously, this is me being angry,
Mm.
right? Me being angry, interrupting you. So why does the not actual size of the sun not change in not actual size as it moves from its not actual position? I'm not going to answer that. But I will carry on with asking you if you know where the equator or the equatorial plane has come from for
Yeah.
a second time.
Please do. Please do answer that. Oh.
Well, it's based on the concept that Earth is a sphere. So
No,
there's
it's
no way-
not. No, it's not. I explained this last night as well, guys. Check his face. Oh, wow. Definitely not. No.
Wrong.
And
How is it derived then from a sphere? Tell me.
I don't know. Tell me.
Why did you make that claim then?
Side,
Hold on. I'm replying to him.
You just asked us to answer it.
No, Josh. He's replying to DW, not to Josh. This is when you
Josh
zip
is
it.
getting squeakier, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is when he's supposed to shut up. But I mean, this is when he's supposed to shut up because he's busy talking to David, not to Josh. Why is it when he talks to David, Josh interrupts? When he talks to Josh, David interrupts?
It's the feeblest tag team I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They have to believe it's a ball no matter what.
He didn't know. I heard his answer. He said he
I don't
didn't know.
I'm not a mathematician. I'm
You
not
made a
physicist, I'm just
claim.
asking.
My bad. I'm
You
responding.
don't need to be a mathematician to know where equator comes from. Have they ever heard what it's called, the equatorial plane? Do they know what that means? What's a plane?
Responding to you. You don't know. Now I'm responding to you because I do. You're not going to yield even though he doesn't know.
The equator is a line.
No, I'm telling you that I'm going to show you the argument. Okay, it's not. I'm just posing argument here because I want to know how you guys respond to this stuff. Okay, this was an argument. This was a challenge that was posed by Red's Rhetoric once again. He even put a Mavic
A challenge? Ooh.
Get him on.
Pro
Get him on.
as a. Oh, I'd love to.
You don't
but-
know what
Yeah, exactly into the break. There are Dunning-Kruger imbeciles.
you're talking
I'm
about.
just-
This is your
I'm just
claim.
gonna I just want to put the
Stop
argument.
telling people
okay?
they
You don't know the argument. I'm trying to address it. I've already tried to address it, and every time I try and talk, somebody's talking through me. You don't know where the equator.
The same thing.
Same.
Shut up, Josh. We're trying to hear the actual conversation from Nathan. If you had to talk like that in front of someone, in real life, if you sat in front of them and spoke, at the end of the day, they're going to give you a nice big slap.
But do you know what, right? Do you know if you're an honest person and you want, like Josh, DW said at the beginning, we're looking for truth, would you not just sit and be quiet and listen to what somebody brings to the table?
Yeah, but look at Patrick. He's literally sitting here thinking, what the hell is going on? And look at this shit show. Because that is exactly what's going on with these guys. He's literally... But you see, this is their tactic for obfuscation. He has to try and derail the argument. Literally.
Thing again, here we go. My God, what is your problem?
Conversation. You're not even answering the freaking questions that David has been asking you.
What about the
I mean,
equator? I asked him where the equatorial
Can you see
plane came
that?
from, and
Ah, Red's rhetoric, guys. Yeah, watch this.
he didn't know. And now I'm getting talked through again.
Yeah.
You don't know where the equatorial plane came from, or what the equator.
And now he's playing the video over Nathan's voice as well. And he just muted Nathan while Nathan's talking. Yeah, hi Zed Hobbs, good to see you. He does love Reds a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a bum chum. Yeah, Patrick does have a YouTube channel, Space Miner. Let me see if I can quickly get it. Patrick is really actually got some awesome stuff. Subscriptions. Let's see if I can find. Oh, it's got. No. Patrick. What's Patrick's? Because I just recently subbed to him. I was hoping it's going to be there on my. What's the name? Michael, do you have Patrick's channel?
I do, like it. Might take me a while to get it.
Do you think you'll be able to get it for me?
Yeah.
Sure, thanks man, sorry about that.
Alright.
Sure.
You just have to bear with me because my YouTube's like it's running on Steam.
Steam. Is
Yeah.
entropy taking hold?
Yeah.
My bad, I'm never going to get this
is
statement
put
out.
from astronomy
Never going to
models.
get the statement out.
And as you can see, in order to take that picture, notice how the telescope is only moving one axis.
Oh yeah, it's moving with the sky. It's tracking a mechanical axis because it's a mechanical instrument. You do know you can make it move the opposite way and it will come full 360 degrees back to where it's supposed to come at the same time. It's not literally tracking the sky. It's literally just turning on a axis on a mechanical setting. Literally a gear that's turning. You can even set the speed. You can set it to 20 degrees an hour if you really wanted to. Because it's not literally locked onto the star. You're just putting it there and making it move at the same.
You're setting it to like a declination.
Exactly.
Not to a star.
Yeah, exactly. There's Patrick's one. Thank you very much. I'm going to have to pin it. Replace pin message. There we go. I've pinned it so you can go and subscribe to Patrick's channel. Thanks, mate.
It's not pivoting here at all. It's pivoting down here at its base.
It doesn't matter where it's pivoting. You can have a sundial and just turn it any direction you want to follow the so-called rotation you think it's rotating. It's not literally going below the horizon, below the Earth. It's moving out of view. It's converging into the horizon because of perspective. Very simple stuff.
See that?
Yeah.
It's only moving one axis of rotation. Now, let's go ahead and go to an actual model.
Yeah, thank you, Charlie Gold. Yeah, guys, Charlie Gold's got a BitChute channel. Do go on there if you haven't and watch it. It's got some awesome stuff on BitChute. Definitely well worth it as well. Yeah?
This bit where Reg is going to start talking about two axes. I don't want to say too much because I'm not going to spoil
Yeah,
that
don't say
video,
it, don't
like,
say it. This is where Sly Spokane had it as well, the issue.
It uses an actual globe as its model for why it needs two axes, but equatorial mount works off equatorial plane model.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, synthetic, not a phenomenon. Exactly, Jamatra.
So what we're going to do is we are going to have a flat Earth model with an object rotating overhead.
This is exactly like a Sly Spokane's thing.
What does the telescope have to do in order to follow that object? Well, I'm seeing that that telescope on the flat Earth has to rotate two axes of rotation. Here's declination,
Yeah, we're gonna.
and here's right ascension.
Yeah, I think we're not gonna say anything until we get to the actual video on that, because if we're gonna do it now, it's gonna give it away.
Yeah, that's what I mean, it spoils it. Like.
Yeah, so we'd rather say nothing. Hey, D's Nuts, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. For now, we'll just let them say, keep believing your bullshit. How's that sound?
Oh, your friends in
on
chat,
the
which
flat
still
Earth
comment.
model,
Sorry?
Your friends in chat.
Ah,
Now,
Emilio
like,
Sabragi, the same guy that says zooming in is changing apparent angular size, but it's not changing apparent angular size at the same time.
Explain your comment, Emilio. 'Cause I'm all ears.
Plasma can be artificially generated by heating a neutral gas and subjecting it to strong electromagnetic field. Wow. Thank you for stating the obvious. No one's ever denied that, but okay. Thank you.
Profound, mate.
Yeah, it's profound words that. Space may be real, but less buoyant. So the higher up you go, less atmosphere is there. We go through different density layers that catch up the higher you are and heavier you should be theoretically. Yeah, theoretically. But also, remember when you go up, you have less air around you, less medium to support you.
No, it depends what you want to call space like.
Yeah. Outer
because-
space as a vacuum is fake.
As a vacuum, no.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Because it goes against the laws of nature. The second law of thermodynamics shows it to be a violation. Even the first law shows it to be a violation. So, sorry, mate.
It has to rotate 2 axes in order to follow a celestial object. Now, what about the globe? Let's go ahead and check out the globe right
Yeah,
here.
show us the globe, please.
This is where it
So-
goes wrong.
On a globe, let's go ahead and let me fast forward here. Oh, there it is. So there's the globe model that we're going to use. The observers in Florida, as it was when Astronomy Live was doing his observation.
Okay.
And as you can see, there's declination, not moving whatsoever. And there's right ascension, moving as it should. So in reality, we only have to move 1 axis of rotation in order to follow a celestial object. The model needed in order for that to be the case is the round Earth model. And when we
Wrong. You know, I can Reds, you know, I can take a donut Earth and get that happening as well. I can get a pyramid Earth and I can do that as well. Heck, we can use a donkey Earth and we get the same.
Straight to begging question of sphere Earth, like. Best thing about it is it don't work off that model.
Nope.
He's showing a model that's not works off that model where he's showing.
They didn't think this through when they showed this, let's put it that way.
No, neither did Reds.
But that was taken from Slice Volcano. Reds was showing that from Slice. See? Slice
Well,
Volcano,
neither
there we
did
go.
Slice back in then.
Yeah. The moron that thinks because he can't get a balloon to stand still, no one can get a balloon to stand still.
Well, it's Slice back in that tried to line to, what they call it?
Water level.
No. What's the other one that they use for surveying?
Oh, with the theodolites, with the auto
Yeah,
levels.
theodolites. They tried to line two theodolites at distance and tried to clear the...
That's Earth curve.
What an idiot.
apply that to a flat Earth model, we then have to rotate 2 axes in order for it to follow a celestial object, i.e., there is a contradiction within the flat Earth model. So, given that equatorial telescope mounts work, do you have an answer for the geometric impossibility?
I.e. Reg Rhetoric, you don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Not sure. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, they do avoid using the word spherical.
Possibility of an equatorial telescope mount working on a flat Earth.
Check at this, Patrick.
I mean, that's a ridiculous claim.
Thank you.
First thing that they do is they attribute a model to Nathan and me. We claimed no model.
Thank
He
you.
picked a model that had that you, in order to watch to watch the star, you have to have 2 axes of rotation.
Which you
And then
don't.
he said on his globe,
I don't want to give anything away, so I'm rather gonna keep it for when the video. I so badly want to say something. Ugh.
I do like it.
Oh man.
model, the axis is only 1 axis of rotation is required. So first of all, I claim no model. Second of all, that is called an affirming the consequent fallacy. It says, okay, we're going to sit here and imagine that we are on a ball rotating. And note that my telescope only has to rotate on 1 axis. The answer to that is, so what? If you did live on a ball,
That's
you
true.
would be able to measure.
That's true. So what? It's as simple as that. Just because they make a claim you need it to go on 2 axes because flat Earth, according to them, doesn't
Just like
make
that,
it so.
Because I believe I'm on a sphere, it can only work this way. Which is like very, very silly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jolly Man, I want to see. Remember, according to them, if you go to the south, it's spinning in the opposite direction. So does the
sun rising
in the west?
western east.
It's always east to west, guys. literally one axis of rotation. Doesn't matter the shape of the Earth.
Measure the curvature of that ball. If you did rotate at 1,037 miles per hour at the equator, there would be a million different ways that you could verify that. You'd notice. You'd be able to get up in a hot air balloon and then just wait for the Earth to move under.
Exactly, Gary Wybenga. 100%. Because they literally believe the stars are going beneath their feet. But it's not. That's their whole issue. That's the crux of the argument.
You wouldn't go there.
But we're not going to say.
I want to bring QNFE up. Like, I know, like, he's not clever with some people because it takes piss out of people. Like, but he showed a video today where, when you look on actual data, time and day,
Yeah.
sun's not actually moving at 15 degrees an hour.
It changes.
Yeah, it changes.
Mm-hmm. Just like some stars have different retrograde motions, different speeds as well. There's some stars that go 16 degrees an hour sometimes. So it's really odd that these guys think it's so perfectly aligned for their model to work on their globe, but it's not.
Look, globe model actually predicts FL.
Mm-hmm. Declination is only optical, Johnny. They think it's physical.
Have flight times completely different from going east to west and west to east. This, affirming the consequent fallacy that you just played for me, it's literally proof of nothing. All right, Josh.
Yeah, no, Patrick, you said there's 1,000 different ways to prove if we were on a curved Earth, there's 1,000 different ways to prove it. Give us some of those, and let's have us and the audience and all of us go test that, because
he just said there's 1,000 ways to prove it on a curved Earth, then he's asking him to give it to him. It's not his claim, and he's not supposed to be providing Earth curve evidence. That's your job. You guys are trying to prove the globe, not Patrick here.
If that's false, right? If the Earth is not curved, and you said there's 1,000 different ways to test that if we were on a flat Earth, then we will be able to find out for ourselves by doing those tests. I mean, does that make sense?
Okay, I've already said the tests, so just to see if I got through.
Okay, go ahead.
Why don't you tell me what such a test would look like, because I've already explained how one would test such.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I missed that part. Maybe I was going to...
It's literally the entire 2 hours you've been talking about
Exactly.
it.
You're referring to curvature, right?
I know.
Start off with that.
Okay, well, why don't we just say this?
If Patrick weren't already bald, it would have been bald.
Right?
That's just so true. He probably would have went grey and all his hair would have fallen out by now. So I think it's these guys' fault here that my hair's also falling out like it is. And I see Nathan's also starting to struggle. Yeah, it's because we have to deal with people like this on a daily basis.
I'll challenge any baller to make me bald. More chance of platinum piss.
Hey Dank, good to see you, mate. Oh wow. I hope you guys are enjoying. If you guys are enjoying this, please just hit that like button. Do share the show. And yeah, let's get it out to more people. Thanks guys. Really appreciate the support.
I don't think that we're ever going to come to any agreement on this conversation discussion. I think we can all understand that, right? And look, I'm open to new ideas and concepts. I'm here to learn on this.
No, you're not, Joe.
No, he's not.
I'm here to expand in knowledge. And so what I would...
This is the same things he opened with as well. He said the same shit, but they're doing opposite of what they're saying.
I'm open to new ideas, I'm open to truth, but whenever you bring any, I'll just go, nah.
Yeah, and obfuscate, and see, you can even see Chick there. He's laughing, he's smiling, he knows. And he's like, oh, really? Is that what you're really saying? Oh, wow.
Is if the Earth is flat, great, prove it to me. And the same thing with you. If the Earth is curved, great, prove it to you, right? I mean, this is kind of where we're at. And so let's propose. You guys come to us and say, okay, we'll test this. I don't want to test that the Earth is curved. I want to test that the Earth is flat. How would I do that?
Okay, planar surveying. There we go. Earth is flat. Thank you. Next. How about celestial navigation? Hey, Earth is flat. Okay, next. Everything they brought up is flat Earth. Literally. Yeah, exactly. The globe side only needs to prove a physical horizon to prove the mass presented. But they don't. They can't, because everything they take is off of a non-physical horizon. Horizon is non-physical. It's only optical. So it's impossible to prove it to be physical if it keeps moving around.
Celestial
Give me those
navigation.
experiments.
With
What's that,
celestial
Nathan?
navigation.
There we go.
With celestial, as you explained before, taking the sextant to the horizon. But I'd already said this, but we're talking about 69 miles, 75 miles that we have 1 degree of curve, so curve is negligent at shorter distances, so it's going to appear horizontal. That was my argument. Whether we agree or disagree with that, okay, I'm saying is how else can we determine this? What other ways can we determine whether these theories or these different thoughts of flat or rounder
Model
are true or
disagrees
false?
with Josh.
I mean, let's truly utilize our resources.
Yep, the globe model does you. But have you heard this guy? He's literally just waffling about it. I don't think he really knows the same what he's saying. He's just making up stuff to talk to take time. I don't know.
Utilize our brain power and get to the truth. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with doing experiments. Is that you guys say, hey Josh,
What experiments?
you know what?
Again.
Let's go out there and let's test this.
Again. Why
Josh,
is he saying
Josh,
experiments?
you can't handle truth, mate.
If he just listened once, he would stop saying experiments. If he listened once. They've explained this to him so much times. It's not science. Experiment is not. Oh, I don't know.
He must have a globe tied in his headphones.
Yeah, for all you know, he's got some guy in the background talking to him. Maybe cats or something.
Sorry, dear.
Yeah.
Or test this. Or David, how about this at
What
noon every
about
day?
W? His facial expression hasn't changed all show. It just looks angry and triggered.
Yep.
Go out there and at noon my time and with the same corresponding time as David's time zone, we'll measure the angle of the sun in the sky and we'll come up we'll see what we can do, right? These are things that we can do instead of going
Okay,
back
go
and
on.
forth. I mean, Patrick, you said there's no model for flat Earth, or that you have.
He's
you
repeated
claim no model
himself
for flat
3
Earth. The
times
same thing
now.
with you, Nathan. And I completely understand that. I don't want to sit here and try to break down a flat Earth model.
Why is
Well,
he
you guys don't
repeating
have a
himself in different ways? He's just taking the same sentence over and over and just restructuring it. He's saying exactly the same thing. It's like he's trying to sound like he knows what he's talking about, but he's literally just saying the same thing over and over and over and just restructuring the same sentence.
My question is that if we're going to claim that the Earth is flat, how do I know this? And it can't come about through debunking curved Earth. Does that make sense?
Because
It's the
all of the
antithesis.
maps and models that you use, including a globe, were made using flat Earth elevation angle measurements to Polaris. Without exception, your globe model included, they're all flat. They're all derived from flat measurements. The same flat measurements that you use to navigate. That's an elevation angle measurement off a flat baseline. When you describe the 1 degree for every 60 nautical miles, that's 1 degree of declination of the star in your sextant, not 1 degree of a curved Earth.
Mm-hmm.
You're measuring.
Well, I'm actually, Patrick,
My bad,
sorry, Nathan, I'm actually getting
my
that
bad. I'm
through
just
the
answering your
circumference
question
divided by
after a
360.
long, prolonged request for us to prove the flat Earth to you. I'm just answering that. Not lots of waffle
Well, you
and
just made an
prefacing,
incorrect
just
assumption
answering
on
you.
what I said. So
Josh, he's literally just answering you. He let you spew your same gibberish over and over for the last 5 minutes. Kept quiet. Now, while he's trying to answer you, he's 10 words in and you're already going and interrupting him, talking over him. And this guy doesn't just mute him. Weird.
I wanted to correct that, if that's okay. Is that okay to
Josh,
do that?
he's
If
not
you
gonna
made an
correct you
incorrect
guys.
assumption on what I said?
But he's not allowed to
I
correct
think the
you guys.
circumference of the Earth divided by 360, you get 69 miles. I was giving an approximation of about 75 miles.
Hey, Cosmic Guru. I have avoided the subject for a few years now, being busy dealing with other craziness. I am now converted. Okay, you do know there's no such thing as conversion to Flat Earth. It's not a cult or anything. Only Globers say converted. Because they have a religion. You can't be converted to flat Earth because it's not a religion. It's not a belief.
It's just a realization of reality.
Exactly. And we got nothing against anybody if you choose to be a globe believer. That's just when it comes to being an anti-flat earther that, yeah, the stupidity shines through.
It's just when you start calling us stupid.
Yep.
This equates to 1 degree. If a circle's 360 degrees, if we can all agree on that.
Really?
If
Wow.
we divide 360 by the circumference of the Earth, as in the sense of the globe Earth model, we should get 1 degree of arc length.
You get 1 degree of arc length no matter the size of a circle. You do know this. It doesn't matter the size of the circumference. You're always going to get 1 degree. That's why it's called 360 degrees in a circumference. Does this guy know this? he's literally saying, he's making his own shit up here, guys. He's saying because of you taking it because of the circumference of Earth, then you get 1 degree. No. It can be 1,000,000 miles in circumference. You'll still get 1 degree.
Exactly. Basically, it's a flat earther.
A moron. Oh man, thank you again, Face Reality, for another $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Any form of long distance Earth travel proves a flat Earth. Ain't that the truth? And even literally, Josh affirmed that when he said, and he brought that video up on his TikTok showing over 100 kilometers of flat Earth. You cannot see the curve. So thank you, Face Reality. Yeah, any form of long distance travel proves a flat Earth. Thank you for the super chat.
It's like when you had F.E. Pilot on holiday and he started talking about VHF.
Yeah.
Marconi. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, I just have to say, Cosmic Guru, it is good to see new faces here, by the way.
Thanks. Can we
Yes.
all agree on that? Makes
Yes,
sense.
I can agree that if you beg the
Okay,
question
thank-
that the surface is a spherical one, that you can get 1 degree of 360. However, in
Perfect.
practical application, when navigating the surface of the Earth and referencing elevations to sea level, you can measure the declination of stars in the sky based on a flat Earth angle. Yes, I appreciate you can beg the question that means the surface is curving, but you can't get elevation angle measurements from a curved surface.
Yeah, remember we showed this before. I keep on having to show this, I guess. Very simple stuff. This is how you get it. It's on a flat surface, guys. There we go. You see? Every degree will be a degree from the equator. You see? Literally. Measuring a apparent 80 degree declination, 70, and it keeps going on and on and on. It's not physically dropping. It's an apparent angular size drop. And what is it's a quadrant of a circle. This is all you measure. You literally can't see through the ground. And you can't see through your back. So you are measuring a quadrant, 90 degrees. It's literally a quadrant of a full circle. That's what you're measuring. So you're taking this, and then you're just duplicating it 4 times because of your belief of a globe. It's taken from a horizontal baseline, aka the equatorial plane. There we go. Been explained many times.
But see, and so for everybody out there, and so kind of what me and Nathan are saying, is I'm not disagreeing with him on the sense of how a sextant works. And I did say that before. Am I correct on that?
That proves Earth's flat then.
Yes, exactly. So he's not disagreeing with him. Thank you. Then you have literally conceded Earth is flat.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
What it shows you is that the sextant being used as a local instrument to the horizon is predominantly a flat horizontal plane.
It's incorrect.
That's why that works.
No, you're measuring the GP position of the star, and the angle you have to it beyond the horizon could be several
But
thousand
that
miles.
star- but that
I'm just
measurement's
correcting
based on
you.
what?
Is it okay if I correct you?
To the horizon.
No, to the GP of the star.
This guy wasn't, sorry. He says he was in the Navy, but he doesn't know it's to the GP of the star, not to the horizon. The horizon is simply your baseline. You are measuring a triangle to the GP, which is usually thousands of miles away. Yeah.
I know you don't like being wrong, but when you measure the flat plane, that's the flat Earth baseline, the elevation angle to the star is beyond the horizon, flat, for many thousands of miles, and described in navigation as an area of equal elevation. That's a flat plane beyond the horizon.
So Nathan, can you show me in the sense, if we're talking here, so I don't know if everybody in the audience knows what a sextant is, okay?
I highly doubt anybody, if they've been in even the flat earth argument for the last day, would not know what a sextant is. It's like one of the biggest arguments to happen on flat earth. So obviously you're going to know what a sextant is if you've actually been into the argument. Yeah.
I want to address a comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
No stress, mate. Okay, so let's go on. And yeah, if you don't know what a sextant is, then I don't know what rock you've been hiding under.
Right? Can you show us how this would work? If I had a sextant, how am I measuring this?
You're measuring a flat baseline.
Is there different parts of the sextant?
He's trying to talk, Josh, but you're talking through him.
I'm just trying to extrapolate as much information for everybody as possible.
Then shut up.
I'm going back and forth with this.
Then you can
Maybe
shut
the
up.
audience knows what a protractor is.
Yes,
And then we can kind
thank
of give
you.
them an idea that you're measuring an angle using two straight lines.
Thank you.
One of which is
Right,
acquired by pointing the sextant at the horizon and levelling the tool. You're on a ship, obviously rocking back and forth.
Correct.
You rock the sextant to get it lined up with the horizon. That is what you do to establish the baseline.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
flat line
Oh.
to measure an angle.
Sorry, Michael, you might need to mute.
Hello?
I'm gonna have to just mute you, mate. Sorry. Okay, he's muted. Let's go on.
You'll be measuring that baseline, and once you've got it, you can measure the angle to the star. Now that angle will be minus from 90 and times by 60 to give you the distance to the GP. That's the ground position of the star. That would be or sun or moon or whatever else you're measuring in the sky. That ground position is the position where the sun or star is directly above at that time. Now your horizon, if you're very low to the ground, might only be a couple of miles away, but you're establishing a horizontal baseline with a ground position below that star. That's a flat Earth. It can only be measured flat. That's what an angle is. There's my flat Earth proof. Not agree to disagree.
Okay.
It's not a claim either. It just is celestial navigation.
Yep, it just is celestial navigation. I just want to see if I can unmute him. Okay. Ask to unmute. There we go. Okay, there we go.
My claim
So Nathan,
with
let me ask you this.
my claim with celestial navigation is that you cannot acquire an elevation angle measurement for celestial navigation
On a curve.
if the Earth has a curved surface.
Exactly.
It can only be done. It's a prerequisite. The Earth.
Exactly, faciality. In geometry, a horizontal line is one which runs from left to right across the page. It comes from the word horizon. Whoopsie. In the sense that horizontal lines are parallel to the horizon. Game over, globe. Yep, that's it, mate. 100%.
Must be flat to perform celestial navigation. I'm not.
Is there a required distance for that horizon to be for this to work? Yes or no?
No.
Why does it feel
So I
required?
could do it in my, so if I was, let's just say I'm outside, and I have a table on a ship, I could use the edge of that table to determine the flat baseline.
No, it's not the horizon. A table's not a horizon. You do get what they call an artificial horizon when it's like misty and stuff, because you need to have a horizontal baseline. But a table is definitely not the horizon, which is you just either being dishonest or showing you don't know how a sextant works. I think it's the latter.
No.
Can I just address that comment I want to address?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's missing research, and missing research. I love your videos and that, and I love your brother. But you said the black swan is a refracted observation. Seen further, it doesn't prove either model. I beg to differ because Globe claims an horizon measurement. If it's refracted, how have they got it?
Yeah, exactly. You see, the missing research. The problem with the black swan is, for the globe, is because it's claimed to have a geometric set radius. The black swan shows it beyond that limitation. So even if they have refraction, it's impossible to have it because that puts the radius out to over 236,000 miles in circumference if you have to take it on what we see in the black swan, refraction or not. The point being is that the globe horizon is said to be physical, not optical. That's the issue. Cosmic Guru, thank you much. He says, if you think I am handsome, hit the like button. Cosmic, I wish I could hit the like button because you are handsome.
I hit it as well.
I already hit the like button.
You get a drop.
On a ship moving around on the sea. That's why you use the horizon.
But there is no distance requirement to use this. We only have to have a required horizontal base, correct?
Yeah,
No.
you look in the horizon mirror, not the table mirror.
Okay. So, like you said, though, is the horizon...
You see, that proves he doesn't know how a sextant works. You literally have to bring the sun down or the star down to the horizon. You got too much. You literally have to line them up parallel to the horizon, to your horizontal. Literally. So you're not bringing it down to the table. That's not going to cause a horizontal.
Very far away, or it can be closer. So there's
So
no
we are clear
distance.
that the horizon is not a
determine-
table. Just
Right,
so I'm
GP.
clear.
Correct, missing research. Correct, mate.
I just want to make sure you understand. You understand the horizon isn't a table,
I understand, but the table is a flat plane.
but it's not a horizon,
No.
which is what you look at in the sextant in the horizon mirror.
Yeah.
Correct, and that's kind of where I was saying is I agree with you on how the sextant works, but
With a
that
flat
does
plane.
not equate to the Earth being flat.
It can't not
Because-
be. It can't measure an angle. If one of the lines is curved, then it wouldn't be an angle, would it?
Well, it's not a precise instrument. It's not
It is.
100,000%.
It's an angle
accurate.
measuring
It's an
device. That's
approximate
pretty precise.
instrument.
Yes, it is. You're wrong.
It's pretty precise. It's
Very.
an approximation.
Yeah, very. It's an
Pretty
angle. It just
precise.
measures angles.
Right. And that's because the distance from a person to the horizon is predominantly flat because the curvature is insignificant at that level.
No, you're using the horizon to establish a flat baseline that could extend thousands of miles beyond the horizon in order to get the GP position of the star so that you can navigate by finding your position with that GP across a circle
give
of
me an
equals. My
example
bad,
of
still in the
the
middle of
horizon
explaining how
going
Earth's flat to you.
1,000
My bad,
miles
just proving Earth's flat to you. My bad. A circle,
I'm
I'll try
asking
again
you
for
a
a third
question
time.
through your own
A
words.
circle of equal elevation. That's a flat circle. No elevation change. Flat.
Anyways.
Seriously, Josh, we have been here, we have been here, we have been here for 2.5 hours, Josh. We have spent most of this time talking about why the curvature is undetectable, how we would go about detecting that curvature. This is just a listening kind of question. How would we design that demonstration to measure the curvature of the Earth?
Well, you could take two people in different parts of the country, or relatively far away, right? And we can measure the sun at equal times of the day. Now, if the Earth is flat, we can make approximations of what those angles would look like. And the Earth is curved, we can make approximations of what the
angle?
curvature would look like.
Right,
You
right.
want to flat earth at those
I mean,
angles.
first of all, no, it has nothing to do with curvature, but
Yeah.
Nathan
You
in
did hear
background, like,
when I
can't
said-
hear them waffling on, like, but Nathan, like, brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end here, guys. Power's gonna go off soon. Which sucks because I thought we were actually gonna get this done now. Maybe we can just give it another 5 minutes. Let's try that.
that the curvature would be 8 inches times the square of the miles.
Right, but that's an approximation, and that breaks down
Nope,
after
nope,
about 100 miles.
It is
Absolutely,
incredibly
it breaks
accurate.
down.
It is incredibly
It's incredibly accurate for short distances.
Yes.
You know this, Patrick. It's
I
incredibly
do, yes.
accurate for short distances.
I'm literally a mathematician. I know how to
Great.
study circles.
Great. And so it's incredibly accurate for short distances because the curvature of the Earth at short distances is insignificant. But
No,
as you
it-
get further towards 100 miles, like 69,
Again, throwing away his globe, guys. Literally, at short distance is insignificant. He's doing a Simon Dan here.
Straight under the bus. Straight under the bus. What's blocking boats and buildings, man?
Exactly. That's what he's trying to explain to him, but he just doesn't click. I don't know what's in between this noggin of his. Does he actually have anything in there?
So I think it's this. They'll say "oh" to try and debunk a flat earther. They'll say "oh."
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what I
man.
think. I mean,
70
you
miles.
can see that.
That-
Obviously, Simon Dan.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man.
equation starts to break down and no longer works because
No,
curvature. Yes, it does.
Spuddy Taylor, go fund me for flats with solar power. That would be awesome, guys, because it's damn expensive. I did actually write into a competition for inverters with solar panels and all that, but it's only being drawn on the 23rd of February, so hold thumbs. But yeah, I definitely want to save up for it because the power is just going to get worse, guys. I have petrol in the generator, but that's like kept in there for if we do have to if we have a stream when the power's off. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna work to start doing a stream power generator 11 o'clock at night now. It's gonna make a noise. But yeah, thank you very much. I do still appreciate you guys go fund me for the PC.
You're only gonna wet baboons up. What's up? Yeah.
Yeah, short distances are immune to the principle of geometry. It's a good one, man. Drew Dante.
Listen, everybody, though, if like Flat Zoe's going to finish and you're all excited over this, QE's doing a treatment again on this tonight.
Oh yeah, so he's going to do it, and I mean it's
Yeah.
probably the last 16 minutes they're just going to say the same stuff anyway.
It never gets fun though, does it?
Yeah. Oh man.
Right, I've listened to this 4 times, and I'm going to listen to QE and tonight, and I might listen to it a few more times.
Nigel Cheese.
Brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. Have I heard of Nigel Cheese?
That's that guy we're on about with magnets.
Really?
Yeah, Nigel Cheese. It's some kind of Navy guy, and he was into magnets.
Okay. Cheese. What a surname. Okay. Yeah, so guys, unfortunately I'm going to have to end this here. I was thinking tomorrow night we can do something else, unless you guys want to do another Nathan special. I mean, I don't think it's going to work for 10 minutes, 15 minutes left. They're saying the same thing anyway, so I just want to say thank you everybody for coming. Thank you all your support, likes and shares, and just being here. It's really, really awesome, and I do appreciate you all. Thank you for your super chats. Thank you for the Patreon supporters, channel members, and so on. And thank you, Michael, for being in the panel. It really, really makes it fun.
No problem.
And thank you guys, all the new faces. There's quite a few new faces in here, so it's good to see that. You guys are really, really awesome, and like I said, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you all. And no, I do not know everything, so please do not go around saying, this guy thinks he knows everything, because it's definitely not true.
The only person knows everything is God.
Exactly. I do my best to relay the knowledge and things I do know, but I do definitely not claim that I do know everything. So yeah, thanks guys for everything. Thank you for everything you do. Just many blessings. See you guys tomorrow night again. We're definitely doing tomorrow night's stream. Awesome show. Definitely you guys make it great. So may you be blessed and may the pressure be with you.